Dadgummit.
with episode 5 of the Dadgummit podcast featuring Alec and Brandon. And here we have with us a new special guest, Alexis. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to cover a lot of really great topics. It's going to be a wild ride.
How do you know?
When isn't it?
Is this scripted?
This is life.
Is it scripted?
Of course not. You think I know how to read? These are for show. I'm blind.
Interesting. You're cross-eyed.
Spooky.
I never realized that. Wow, look into the camera. Look how cross-eyed he is.
A lot of people don't know that about me.
That's amazing. Is that a glass eye?
Just
Ooh.
Pop it right out.
Oh man, that would be nasty.
I
don't know how
I
people do
actually
that.
just touched my eye.
Yeah, just contacts freak me out.
Why?
One, you have to touch your eyeball to put them on, and then like they could get stuck behind your eye. Like
You're not
happens
touching
all
your,
the
you're
time.
not touching your eyeball.
No.
You're touching the lens, right?
Well,
You're-
the lens to the eyeball.
You're sucking it to the
It does.
the
It
sclera.
suctions right to your eyeball. I have
Ooh.
contacts.
You're wearing
You're
them
wearing them
right
right now?
I see the
Wait a
outline.
minute, this is the second time we talked about contacts on this episode. At the
They're
very
not
beginning
glass.
too.
We got a seer, a contactor, and a glasser. That's pretty cool.
I have no idea what that means.
It's like a rock band. What?
You can't see?
I can see a decent amount on occasion. You know, with squint.
Alexis,
Play.
where you come from? Where do you hail from?
Where'd you go? Where'd you come from?
No.
Nigeria.
That's a
wait,
controversial song.
Copyright.
Oh, that's what. Now I wasn't worried
I
about that.
slammed the crap out of the table.
I have to redo the whole set now.
Oh,
Oh, we lost audio. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, golly. Oh, shoot. We peaked. Look at that.
You did in high
Darn.
school.
You darn Skippy. That's not true. If anything, I'm at my peak now. I was massive in high school. Huge.
Then that would be a peak. Anyways,
My weight peaked in high school, definitely.
Whoa,
you just talk over him.
that's great.
He
Yeah.
laughs a lot.
Let's go. Let's
Sorry
do it.
about that.
Where are you from? Alexis.
Slido, Louisiana.
What the heck is a slidle?
What?
Slido,
Slide out.
Louisiana.
Slido high. Beat the Cavaliers. You know? From Greece.
No, not that.
That's
Not
like the-
that. Not that slide out.
Nope. About 40 minutes north of New Orleans.
You didn't drive a Ford Mustang to school every day?
No. Mm-mm. I had no car.
A 1970s
No.
Ford Mustang that you souped up yourself and you put a jet engine inside.
What? Grease lightning.
Grease 2. Electric motorcycle.
The electric booth. Louisiana.
Louisiana. Yep.
Hot and
Not very
muggy
long.
and
You like sugar
mosquitoes.
donuts? I hear those are popular down there.
Beignets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beignets.
Those things.
Cafe Du Monde.
The things you put in your hair.
Yeah. Those are not the best beignets.
Really?
Really. It's just the most popular.
Just
'Cause
like
it's in New Orleans, which is a tourist area, but the best stuff is outside of New Orleans.
we experienced the exact same problem when we went to Philadelphia that one time. You know,
Oh, the Philly cheesesteaks.
we got Philly cheesesteaks at that very popular cheesesteak restaurant.
I can't remember which one it was.
I know which one it was. I just didn't think you wanted me to say it.
Say it.
Gino's.
Geno's wasn't good.
Gino. You disappointed us greatly.
You also didn't get Cheese Whiz though.
I did get Cheese Whiz.
You
I
did?
specifically got Cheese Whiz.
A lot of people didn't get Cheese Whiz, and they're like, "Oh, maybe
I,
it would have been
I
better
said,
with
"What do you
Cheese Whiz."
recommend, young sir?" And he said, "I want the Cheese Whiz." And I said, "Oh, okay, I'll do it."
We went to Louisiana once, me and Lindsay, and
Who's Lindsay?
we went to Cafe Du Monde, and we did all the Louisiana things. We went on a fan boat. We went
Yeah,
through
alligator
the
tour.
swamps. Yeah, the alligator
Yeah, you
tours.
did.
You toured a whole alligator?
And we met a little baby alligator that they just pulled out of a cooler,
They show
and they
you
named him
raccoons.
Cash.
You have raccoons that
No.
came up on your swamp boat?
They had a crocodile.
On the swamp
They had
boat.
an alligator on ice?
Yeah, they will.
I love raccoons though. We have a lot. We don't have alligators at home, but we have a lot of
I walked
raccoons.
past one today that looked drunk.
Raccoon?
Yeah. I was walking down the street, as one does, and there was a raccoon coming from a tree to my right. I was like, oh, a little raccoon. I wonder if he's getting garbage. And I looked around. There's no garbage around me, by the way. And he's like, Just like
That
like,
raccoon had rabies.
Oh, he probably did. I was like, I don't know if this
One,
is
he's out in daylight, like
Yeah.
walking towards you,
Yeah, it was like 7 in the morning,
and he's
6:30 in the
walking
morning.
like
Yeah,
that. So he had rabies.
he was acting like he was drunk, and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be a good situation I'm about to be in or a really bad one.
Get away from that.
It was pretty neutral. I kept walking, I was like, go on, Mr. Raccoon, and he walked in front of me,
Oh my gosh.
still stumbling as if he'd had a hard night, and then he like fell over on the sidewalk. I was like, I guess I'll just walk around you.
That was bold.
Yeah, the raccoon being out in daylight.
Yeah. Well, and you getting so close to it.
Well, why wouldn't I? It's
Did you try to pet it?
it's sweet. No, I did try to pet that dead pigeon we found.
I don't. Oh, that was so screwed up. He wasn't dead. And
That's
I don't want to
sad.
talk about it.
Well,
That was
he's-
miserable.
well, he's dead now.
That's
Maybe
Rest in peace.
Highly
Oh no,
recommend.
he's
Rest in peace.
definitely dead. I saw him today
he's
again.
not in good
He's been in the same
shape.
spot for a couple days.
Louisiana.
I can't
Slide
touch
out.
him.
Louisiana. Yep.
What do you do with the gators there?
Nothing.
Do you
You don't
pet
mess with
them?
No.
Do you wrangle them? Do you tape their mouths shut
Ideally
and
not.
wrestle with them?
Well, there's alligator farms you can go do that at, but that's like a tourist thing.
You
You've never
can't.
done it?
You don't really mess with
Alligators are reptiles.
Yeah.
What are they farming them for? You can't milk them.
Meat. Right? Have you ever ate alligator meat?
No,
You
No.
absolutely not.
Gators
It's
have
nasty.
lips. Gators have lips.
I did not like it at all.
No,
They
We
are
weren't-
unable to suckle the teeth.
we weren't really like that.
What do you
That
You know,
Louisiana.
We-
no,
we-
no.
we weren't-
Not down
we
by the
didn't.
bayou.
We did. We didn't tour down them dare swamps. And
No, not like that.
Now we got fresh alligator from a butcher in South Carolina once.
What'd you do to it?
I tried cooking it into alligator nuggets. That's how we've had them before at like an amusement park. Fried alligator nuggets. It was kind of fine.
How do you nuggify a gator?
I tried doing. You cut it up into nuggets. I don't know.
What? What do you mean you don't? You
It's-
did it.
Yeah, you cut it up into nuggets. Like what else you want from me?
Aren't nuggets
Nugget.
pureed meat that have been breaded and fried?
Some
McDonald's?
nuggets. Yeah, maybe McDonald's nuggets.
Well, now it's coming to my attention. I
Not
don't
a
know what a
sponsor.
nugget is. Not a sponsor. Excellent. Thank you for the backup.
Uh, yeah, so I tried making it into like alligator nuggets, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever ate. It just tastes like someone took chicken and soaked it in swamp water for
Yeah.
like multiple weeks.
Well,
No,
it
be
was
fair,
gross.
He's also a terrible cook.
Yeah, that I cooked other things.
That's not pertinent.
and it hasn't
That's not
tasted like that. So it
Well,
has something
yeah,
to do with the meat.
What else have you cooked that lives in swamp water?
Nothing. That's why I'm saying it tasted bad. Tasted like swamp
It
water.
does. Have you smelled the swamp?
It's nasty.
No.
It's
I don't think
disgusting.
I've ever. No, I don't think I've ever seen a swamp. Now that I really think about
That's
it,
not true.
like
They're all around here.
up close and personal. No.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been to the Great Dismal Swamp. I've driven through it,
Smells terrible.
but I've never had the windows down driving past the Great Dismal Swamp.
Try it. Try it out early in the morning
Early in the morning.
when it's so dewy. Nothing smells worse.
Oh, it smells terrible. I'm so glad I did this.
It's so weird because our house right now in Virginia is inland. So like you wouldn't expect it to be as I don't know. You wouldn't expect swamps to be where I'm at, I think. But there's swamps all around our house. We're pretty far in, we're an hour inland.
I've been to your house.
On
I
the
haven't seen a
coast.
single swamp.
It's called the Blackwater Swamps, not the Great Dismal Swamps, but we have the Blackwater Swamps around us.
Why is it called the Blackwater Swamp?
One, they smell. Two, if you're driving in the morning,
Hold on.
you can't
Let's
get
backtrack.
the moisture off of your windshield
Let's
as
backtrack.
high as you blast.
I asked you, why is it called the Blackwater Swamp? And you said because it smells.
No.
What are you implying?
That's not why. That's not why I said that. No, Blackwater Swamps.
What?
They are black water. I don't know. That's why.
Is the water
It ju-
black?
You look at the water and it looks black. Yeah.
Oh,
But all swamp water looks pretty
It's
dark.
disgusting.
does it?
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I think swamps that far inland are pretty normal.
Ugh, they are. It sucks. The bugs are the worst
The
part.
mosquitoes.
I hate the bugs where I
Oh,
live.
Love
Fun.
a good mosquito.
I can't step outside. Like right now, this time of year, like October, it's cool enough. I can be outside finally. But like, you know, May.
Up until last week.
Yeah, like up until last week, from the beginning of May, it's like miserable. You can't step outside. It's not worth it. It's not worth me being outside for anything.
I don't think I've experienced bugs here yet. Really,
How?
I don't know. Like that's really throwing me off. I don't. Well, I guess I don't spend a lot of time outside, especially after dark.
What? Not a sponsor. What are you looking at?
It's not safe around these parts. Get back in your homes.
How are the bugs in Louisiana?
Bad. Really bad.
Ugh.
I went to Michigan, and my cousins who live up there, they were telling me one of them works in Alaska, certain parts of the year, and he was saying there is approximately a 2-week period. I don't remember what time of year, but the mosquitoes in Alaska, they swarm and they breed like nobody's business
In Alaska?
in Alaska. And during this 2-week period, it is thick outside with just mosquitoes, and they like to mosquitoes, unless I'm assuming you know, they like to breed and nest in standing water typically. But
Which why they love swamps.
exactly, but they like moist places that are like easy access and have a good supply of blood nearby. A problem with Alaska is that there is a lot of meese, as one calls it, and or elk. I'm pretty sure it's meese though. But
think they have both.
mosquitoes like to burrow and hatch eggs inside the nostrils of the meese.
That sucks. Why are you telling us this?
This is actually. Are you sure this is not a horror movie?
No, this is real. This happens like yearly, and it's so bad for the moose that they start to go insane because they can't get the mosquitoes
This is
out.
getting worse as you go on.
Oh, it's
I
rough.
thought it was already bad.
It is rough. So the mosquitoes start to drive these meese insane, and they have hooves. They can't get the mosquitoes out. There's nothing they can do about it. So it gets to a point where it gets
No.
so bad that these moose will actively run off cliffs to end it.
Oh, thank
My
you.
God.
Yeah. So you'll find a moose at the bottom of a cliff
That sucks.
just with mosquito eggs
I'm
burrowed
so
deep in
I
its
need to know what
upset.
kind of
Face
year this
cavity.
is.
Huh?
I never thought they would be in Alaska.
yeah.
yeah, I know. That's weird.
Pretty sure it's Alaska. I'll have to text him.
Alaska.
You look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Mosquito burrows, Alaska. Moose.
In that order. Please.
Mosquito burrows, Alaska moose. Wow, this is slow going. So where are you from?
Not only Slida, Louisiana. That's where I was born.
Excellent.
Got forced out by Hurricane Katrina.
You ever had bourbon chicken?
Oh,
It's a wonderful meal. I thought that was a Louisiana thing.
it might be.
It's also
I don't think so.
it's also in Chinese restaurants, so maybe it's not.
Yeah, definitely not a Louisiana thing.
Maybe it's Louisiana Chinese. Chinana? Chinana? Chusiana?
Probably not.
Well, you never know. There could be Chinese Louisians.
You get it?
I don't know. I
Moose
don't
Research,
see it.
Alaska Department of Fish
Yeah.
and Game.
That was fake.
I don't see it.
The incredible Alaskan views.
Moose flies.
Moose flies. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Does Alaska really have a lot of mosquitoes? There it is. Moose.
Does Alaska have a lot of
Drives the moose insane. There it is.
Oh, okay. All right, let's debunk it.
Debunk. Let's debunk these claims. They're absurd. It does. I grew up in the swampy South. Mosquitoes suck.
That's some
what it
random
says?
person on Quora.
So, Ashley,
saying,
I
"Oh,
trust
yeah,
Ashley.
I'm from the South.
Yeah.
They drive me insane."
It says
would drive a
travel
moose
to
insane.
Alaska twice. I trust Ashley. She's been to Alaska more times than I have.
This is not
Ashley Bradford?
Bible.
Yeah, good old Bradford. I trust
Shout
her.
out.
Mrs. Bradford, probably, ideally. If not, well, I wish you the best of luck. The making of the Alaska mosquito.
I don't see this stupid crap. I hope it's not real.
I
think he
trust
made
trust
it up.
Ashley. I don't make anything up. That'd be absurd.
I don't know.
It'd
I
be a
don't
good
see
movie,
Alaska
though.
mosquitoes are the bane of all existence. There's so many things you're not even clicking. Backpacking with monster skeeters. There's another one.
which one.
Any of them.
The
There's
bottom one.
in the 40-mile caribou.
This one.
You're refusing to click on the evidence,
Which
young
one?
man.
Which one did you say? The Bane of, or
That one, the one that
The-
one that you're reading, the bane of all existence.
okay.
What the crap is that? Is that's not a mosquito?
It's an Alaskan mosquito.
What? That's a bird.
That's an Alaska mosquito.
What does an Alaskan
That's
mosquito
how
look like?
bad they are.
Looks like
Dude,
a
this
whale.
had nothing to do with mosquitoes.
They're
and
huge.
I'm giving up.
Don't let bugs ruin your trip.
I'm
Dave
giving up.
says. Excellent. I didn't know you were a quitter.
Back.
What about backs? Greenbacks.
I don't know. Oh, what?
What? What?
Yeah, so
What?
where'd you go to high school? You got any? How was your high school experience?
Did you
Well,
have a high school experience?
I did have a high school experience. It
Not
was quite the high school.
Was it public or
experience.
home?
Oh, public school.
Excellent.
In-
That's what I like to hear.
Private.
On Alaska.
good, proud public
Texas.
schooler.
Where?
On Alaska, Texas.
On Alaska, Texas.
That's a city in Texas?
All one word. On Alaska, Texas.
Why would the second biggest state name a city after the biggest state in the union?
It's kind of funny if you think about it.
Don't they also have Paris, Texas?
They do.
Can they come up with their own
I
names?
used to go to church camp in Paris, Texas.
Can they come up with it? I love church camp. It's
Wait
a
a
good
minute.
time.
I thought you said you were
I
from
was.
Louisiana.
I
Uh-oh.
am.
Uh-oh.
We got forced out by Hurricane Katrina.
Uh-oh. Not the
Oh.
not the arena.
It was rough.
Bad time.
Real bad time. I
Oh
wasn't
my
that old though.
You
gosh.
float on a door.
No.
Screwed up.
No, we went to stay in the police station like after the storm hit. My dad was there.
You got
Surprise,
arrested.
Surprise. We did not. We got lucky though because my dad was a inmate at the halfway house. We got to go stay in the police station while the power was knocked out and everything was flooded.
Sounds less than ideal. Well,
I mean,
I
it's
guess that
better than
is
what
ideal.
everyone
Yeah,
else
I
had.
guess that is ideal.
They had backup generators. We were on the top floor. Like we had a place to sleep, so that was cool.
Oh, you had the
Yeah.
penthouse of the police
Oh,
department.
that's right. Yeah, we did. It's top tier.
They give you
Oh
the
my
keys
gosh.
Yeah.
to the cells.
No, I was like 7.
Did they not?
So you need to come and go.
I think.
Like, weren't they evacuating the city?
Yeah, they did.
You guys didn't leave?
Well, we couldn't. It was flooded.
They're not going to let some hurricane.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
what, like
before it came?
20 foot of water. Well, we didn't know it was coming. We didn't have like any heads up at all. It was supposed to hit Florida. It was going towards Florida.
We didn't
and
have
then
that technology
stopped
back then.
right in its tracks, backed up into the Gulf, built up a ton of pressure, and then just immediately went towards Louisiana. So we had not even a day heads up.
You're telling me Hurricane Katrina did a
Oh my
3-point
gosh.
turn and parallel parked right in Louisiana.
Sure did.
Yeah, why not? I'm sure it knows how to drive
Record
too.
breaking.
I can't parallel park
That's
very
insane. What year was Katrina?
05?
well. 1980.
I
That's
think.
what I thought.
05, 04, something like that. I think.
I
07.
roughly remember it.
So you ended up moving because
'Cause yeah, once
everything
the
was destroyed?
yeah, once the storm went away, we like had a chance to go back and try and get stuff out of the house, but everything was completely destroyed. So we packed up, went to Little Elm, Texas, had some elementary school years there. Mom and dad got back together and moved back to Louisiana.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, but
Oh, you went back to Louisiana?
yeah, back to Louisiana for
How
a
long
little
were
bit.
you in Texas?
Yeah, that's their home.
I think the first time we went to Texas, probably a year or 2. And then we left, and then I came back to Louisiana for, I think, a year or 2, and then we moved back to Texas, to Onalaska. I think from 4th grade and on, maybe.
Did you like
Mhm.
Texas? You remember it?
Yeah, I remember it. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about Texas. It's nostalgic, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever go back.
What? I've never been. I'd like to one day. I've never been to Louisiana either.
What city is Little Elm by?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah. I
Like the
think like
TV
half
show?
an hour away from Dallas.
TV show.
What?
Dallas?
Dallas.
I've never seen that. There's TV shows with
I
like
haven't either.
literally every title in the world. So
That's not
you could
true.
say anything and I'd be like, go ahead, think of something. Say it.
Think of something. Climax.
Climax?
Climax, North Carolina. There's no TV show named after Climax.
Maybe not after the city, but I mean, I don't know. Climax sounds very.
Poughkeepsie,
There's got to be something out there called Climax.
Cherokee.
How old were you when? So you said elementary. So how old were you when Katrina hit?
I think 6 or 7. It was 05.
Yeah, 05.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, no, I was born in 97.
What do
I
you
was
think?
7 or 8.
What do you think about Hawaii?
What?
The fires?
Yeah,
Is that what you're getting at?
it's pretty close, right?
Yeah, they're relatively close to each
And it's
other.
just one's water, one's fire.
Compared to here. Yeah, I guess they're pretty close to each other.
Yeah, they're so close.
It's
know,
really a day trip, really.
You could canoe there to each other.
I mean, if there's Panama Canal, probably could.
Yeah, good luck.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Take a trip from Texas to
That's
Like
Hawaii.
that ship getting
Cool.
stuck in the Panama Canal.
Yeah, green. What's it called? No, not green. Evergreen. Yeah,
Was it?
yeah. It was,
I can't remember
The ship was
anymore.
called Evergreen. I only know that because I pass them on the roads once in a while. I'll see the Evergreen shipping containers, and I'm like,
Oh.
idiots. you got stuck in the
Think
Panama
you could do
Canal.
better.
I could drive. Well,
He was
no.
trying to do a K turn. He made the wrong
The
made
heck
the
is a
wrong
K
choice.
turn? You mean a 3-point turn?
K turn, 3-point turn. Whoa,
Don't
they're
bring
the same.
don't bring letters into numbers. That's stupid.
It's called a K turn.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
They're-
It's kind of
3
I'm pretty
points.
sure they're the same thing.
3. 1, 2, 3. What is a K turn? 3-point turn. What's the first thing that just came up? Imagine
Yeah, but
how
guess
to
what?
do a 3-point
it
turn.
came up when I searched K turn,
It's the thing you're clicking on. Literally says 3-point turn like a pro,
but it came up when I searched K turn.
but it's a 3-point turn.
It's a K turn. It's literally K.
You know it's a requirement in the state of North Carolina to get your driver's license to be able to do a 3-point turn in under 20
And a K
seconds.
turn in PA.
under 20 seconds.
Under 20 seconds. It's a requirement.
Why?
I got it in 17.
20 seconds.
What are they training you for?
You're jamming it in reverse.
Is that
Back to
is that
drive.
fast? I always thought that was taking your time.
I don't know. I've never timed it.
We had a.
I've
feel like
never
it's
had a
fast.
need to time it.
Yeah.
I remember doing it for my learner's permit because he was like, "Hey, they're gonna make you do this 3-point turn, so you got to do it under 20 seconds if you're gonna hope to pass the exam." And I'm like, "Okay, I can do this." I was either second or first, and I did it in, like I said, like 17, 18 seconds. Like
So
I
everyone
was,
else failed.
I was pushing it. No, the second guy was fast. I think he did it in like 11 or 14 seconds. Like he was significantly quicker than I was. And I was like, "Wow, I was freaking slow." My ego shot through the roof when the third person in the car went. Come to find out, this woman had not cerebral palsy. She had
Oh.
she, she had some sort of condition that like made her legs like shake, especially when she was under pressure.
She's
like,
at a disadvantage.
She probably did it really fast, huh?
no.
I mean,
she kept hit. It was
She's
driving me nuts.
smacking the gas
Yes.
pedal.
I remembered, yes, I remembered her doing this. She would hit the brake, the gas, the brake, the gas at the same time. Then she would hit the
Was
gas.
she 2-footing it?
She was 2-footing it. He was like, "What are you doing over there? Why are we moving and turning the wheels at the same time? We should not be doing this."
Was everyone using the same car and was
We-
hers a manual?
There was 4 people in this car. I was the second person to go, and we would just rotate. There was the instructor on the passenger side. There was the child, 16, 17 years old.
in an automatic car.
Yeah, in the driver's seat, automatic car. Never learned how to drive a clutch. Still don't know how.
Why would she be using
Then-
a second foot?
Then 2 people in the back seat. She had never driven before. To be fair,
Oh.
neither had I. This was my first time driving a car without or using the gas pedal.
They're putting you in a car and you've never driven a car.
Well, yeah. How is she gonna drive it?
but
Learn it on a
You-
golf cart.
Well, you
or
want me to do it on a
something.
Wii? That
why
doesn't
would
make
they
sense.
put other
Learn out
kids
then.
in the car
Yeah,
at the same time.
That's a good
efficiency.
point. What?
efficiency.
What, kill all of you
Yeah, yeah.
faster?
How is having more people in the back of the car gonna make it more efficient?
Triple the insurance. I don't know. We just did. We would all
You
ride.
all hopped in.
Every time we had a driving lesson, it was always Saturday morning. Usually, it was vast majority of the time Saturday morning, like 6, 7 in the morning. They did that so that we wouldn't be stuck in like, the big traffic. So it's like, who's awake at 6 in the morning on a Saturday driving around? The kids learning to drive. That's who. And so,
Why can't you done this in a parking lot or on a back road?
when we like learned how to apply the brakes and the gas, we did that in the parking lot of our high school. Definitely.
You could have done
So
this
the
on
first-
like a drive-through or a driveway. I mean,
No driveways. Well, so that's the funny thing. Actually, that's where we learned to do our 3-point turn. Which now that I'm thinking about it, that was probably the worst possible place we could have done it.
on the road.
We were on the road
Yes.
in a residential area.
Yeah, that's probably the worst possible place. Well, a
What was-
highway
What was funny
probably
is
be worse.
so this was around the time. So I do not come from a rich neighborhood. I come from a very small town, and there was I guess I'll just say it. There was a family that had moved to this residential area that was near where my high school was, and they became the talk of the town because the man of the house and the woman of the house were both doctors, very rich doctors, clearly by how much they paid for their house.
Of course.
Their house was like 4 stories. This was, by the way, in the middle of not trailer park, but pretty darn close. Like double wides, single wides, all around them. Like there's no like good houses. Like, wow, really nice people that live in that house.
Right.
They got a lot of money. And then it's just like boom, right in the center, like a freaking shopping mall in the night. This 4-story brick with thick pillar columns in front of the house and a gate around the entire premises and a locked gate in front that was like automatically opening. And then they had a driveway that went around, like you see at nice hotels. They had all this, even lampposts. Like
That's the cheapest
scattered.
place to build.
Yeah,
That's how you do it.
they paid like a couple million, from what I remember.
Couple million.
Yeah, a couple million was
in
what this
your
place
low
cost.
income area.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
this was like
in
the
Climax, North Carolina.
yeah, no,
in
not it wasn't
Climax.
in Climax. This is in my hometown, and so they built it here. And so like for weeks, people would be like, "Hey, did you go see the new like really rich mansion that's like next to the high school?" I'm like, "No, I haven't gone to see that." So people would literally just drive by their house to go look at it. It was a beautiful house. It's very stunning to look at. That's where we did our 3-point turns. Not on the house, but like next to it. I don't know why we picked that area. And so yeah, this girl who can't drive worth the darn, she is hitting
Outer.
Br-
What's her name?
who?
What's her name? Outer.
I
Double down.
She's not watching. Just double down.
I legitimately don't remember her name.
Gosh darn it.
I do know her. Dadgummit. I can't remember her name right now, but yeah, it's not coming to me. I don't remember her name at the moment.
She sucks.
Yeah, she sucks at driving. She was a very nice person. We got along great because I went to high school with her. I'd known her for years. Terrible driver.
I'm scared to drive behind you.
Don't. You'll lose sight of me.
Actually,
Within
I'm scared
minutes.
to drive in front of you. For that reason.
You won't see me for long, buddy. Just.
Legally, you
I've
don't
never been
speed.
pulled over.
But
Yeah,
not
I don't.
always
legally.
get pulled over.
I don't speed. You're
speed.
slow, buddy.
You're fast. Too fast.
Did I beat you?
I'm sorry. Who drank significantly more before we started this?
No one.
Nobody
Who
at
drank
all.
water?
Nobody at all.
Of course.
Water.
No,
Potter.
I'm just kidding. So,
Oh, she's using both gas and brakes, slamming on it. We are literally hitting the back seat of our.
this is why you don't put everyone else in the car while this is happening.
the guy in front of us.
Were
And
there
he-
seats for you to wait in, or
He
anything?
gets tired of it after like 10 to 15 seconds. He's like, "Stop!
Out.
What are you doing?" He's like, "Why are the tires spinning? Why are we moving? Why am I lurching forward? About to hit my face in the gas or in the airbag." It's like, I don't know. I'm like, "What do you mean you don't know? You're the driver. You are literally supposed to be the one that knows this."
You guys took a course before this, right? Like you took a driver's ed course, and then
We
you went
took a
out on
written
the
test.
range.
We took a written test. Range, buddy. This was the range.
What
The
was this
highway.
part of your school? Like, was
Huh?
this a driver's ed course or was this the test?
It's kind of my attention. It sounds like I did not have a normal driver's ed experience.
This was driver's ed.
This was driver's ed.
So you weren't in the classroom first, and then you applied it in person.
We went to a trailer because my school had trailers, and we had classroom sessions. I think 4 weeks in a row.
Like trailers,
Once
like
a
one
week.
room trailers for
Yes.
different classes.
Yes,
I
and
saw a meme about that recently. Like, 2000s kids will never know what it's like to have a class in one of
Oh.
these.
we added more trailers after I left.
Yeah, and
school.
then I saw all the comments, and they're like, "Dude, they still have these
Yeah,
in my
they're-
school,
definitely a lot of trailers at my school. They added more when I left.
and we never had one of this."
That's
I was surprised.
rich.
No.
You didn't have that many kids. You had
Yeah.
what, 5?
6,
Half of them don't even use electricity.
6.5.
9 3/4.
We won't talk about him.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Her.
Hey,
No.
well, 2 halves, same coin. Him, her.
So you took it in a trailer. No, they were only the bottom half.
That would be unfortunate if you're a Siamese twin and you have 2 heads and one's, they're different genders.
Is that
Like,
this is gonna get us down a rabbit hole?
what do you do?
What were you saying about the trailer?
What do you do? What do you do with
Trailer
that
driver's
boy?
ed.
Trailer
you
driver's edge.
Driver,
Edge.
driver's edge of that trailer.
Driving on the edge.
So they taught us on lawnmowers and we drove the edge. That
That would have been smart before tossing you in a car.
that's stupid.
Get on that
2
lawnmower.
other children.
I'm allergic to plants. I'd rather take the gasoline. Anyway, so we got inside the car, and then we keep lurching back and forth. He finds out she's got this medical condition that she didn't tell anybody.
Oh my god.
She's like, I can't drive very well because my foot shakes. I'm also very nervous, so it's making it worse. And he's like, dude, what the F? And so we finished the lesson. Long story short, she took over 30 seconds to do a 3-point turn, and it was agonizing. Like, why? is
She
this
did it?
taking? She finished it with much needed
I thought
coaching.
you said you had to do it in 20.
You did for the
She passed.
license. I don't know if she has
Oh,
a
oh.
license. He was like, you know what? We don't have all day. We're gonna-
Legend has it she's still doing her
She's-
3-point
Yeah.
turn.
to this day, she is still doing her 3-point turn.
She still has a couple kids in
Yeah.
the backseat
Every time
on that road.
every
trying
time I go home, I still see her pushing that gas
That
and
guy's
brake
just
at the same
to,
time.
like,
He's just
pile of
screaming
bones
at
in
her.
the passenger seat.
Go faster!
What are you doing?
You scream. Airbags have been deployed twice already. It's a sad time.
So when you so when you move back to New Orleans,
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Oh,
No.
no.
How dare you forsake my land into this mic?
Did you move back to like the same area? you were?
Different. I mean, a little bit different. Like 45 minutes away. Moved to Hammond, Louisiana. That was the worst time of my life.
Why?
That was aggressive.
I gotta suck hard to get all that.
Was it the
nectar
area?
out.
Yeah, not a great area. Not a fun time.
You didn't like
But we-
Hammond?
No.
Did you grow up in a gang?
No, I probably would have been better off had I grown up in a
Oh
gang.
shoot!
If you were in a gang, what color would you want? Are we allowed to ask that?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're allowed to ask that, or you don't know the color you'd pick.
Either.
You seem like a purple.
Either.
You seem like, yeah, I belong to the Lavenders.
Is that the gang name too?
Yeah.
That's probably
The
true.
Lavenders.
There's already a gang.
Because they
It's-
busted Cap.
It's called Saints Row.
No.
It's a video game. They were purple though.
It's a video game.
That's a great game.
There's 4 of them and a remaster of the first one.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of them.
Wow. I don't know how you do that then.
I keep
Wait,
up
there
with
might
the
be-
kids.
Yeah.
Which is
okay.
funny
Yeah,
because
I
you're
think
the
there is
one
four.
with the purple cord.
That's a good game.
Who?
Saints Row.
Doing what?
Yeah, that's why I have the purple cord. I actually play the game.
You love a purple cord.
It's all time back in. What?
you pull that ripcord first second you get. I know it.
Uh-huh. So you went through high school.
Yeah, went through high school. This is after we moved back to Texas. Went through high school.
Uh,
Played sports,
what sports?
basketball,
Really?
track, cross country. Yeah,
Basketball.
yeah.
Were you good?
I was good. I was very good.
State
I was
champ.
planning on going to college for basketball.
I'm assuming you weren't a defender.
What?
A defender? Isn't that what they're called?
What?
The defenders? In basketball?
It's
You
like-
weren't good at defense?
It's like an offense, defense, always
Yeah. You were not a good
Mhm.
defender, is what I'm assuming.
fantastic.
You were a good defender?
I was
Like,
good. I
like-
peaked in high school.
You're like 5'3".
She peaked in high school
Yeah.
like you.
I didn't. Well, I mean, my weight. Yeah. I was not a good basketball player. I don't think I could play. There was one sport that I played well in high school, and it required basically no physical activity.
Yes, it did. Remember the episode you were talking about trekking through the weeds?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, but the only reason why I trekked through this because I was heavy. I
That's
made
fine.
I made sure to stomp it
There
down.
was still work. You were doing work.
Darn right.
Physics.
I was a plow.
Okay.
They called me the plow.
They called you the plow. You plowed a lot in high school.
Here comes the plow. He's legendary. He's so good at stamping.
What you what?
Son of a bean.
Dude!
Oh,
No. Hey, on the bright side, I can get topped off because I am thirsty for some liquor.
That's insane.
Purple haze.
We've been back.
And we're back from behind the heroes.
Oh,
That's a reference most people aren't going to get.
Climax is a TV show. I looked it up
No, it's not.
over the break.
Well, it's got an exclamation point. That doesn't make sense.
1954, an anthology series, 4 seasons.
Is it good?
Climax.
That's an old show. I don't recognize any of those names. Key Lake? What is that? Oh, Key Luke?
Barry Nelson.
Wait a minute. He plays James Bond.
Who?
Key Luke? No, he doesn't.
Barry Nelson.
Where?
James Bond.
Oh, he literally plays a guy named James Bond.
In
That's
Climax?
in the show, Climax.
What? Why is
Why
this
is
a
there-
James Bond TV show?
2 color characters. And the rest are in black and white.
I would like you to clarify what you mean by that.
They're in
because
color.
you want to be sure people understand what you mean by that. 'cause They can't they can't
they're-
see what we're looking at.
All right. Slow down, back up. Hit the brakes.
Grab the wall.
Let go of the gas. Hit the brakes.
It ran from 1954 to 1958 and featured Casino Royale of James Bond fame.
What? What does that mean? Casino Royale of James Bond fame? Is Casino Royale a person's name?
I
What
don't
is
know.
that?
I don't know. It's in the James Bond storyline,
This
apparently.
is such a boring thing you brought up. Why did you decide to disprove me on this?
Because I wanted to prove a point.
You have no points to prove. To go back with what our guest was saying, excuse me, pardon me, very unprofessional. The pictures of the cast members that popped up, 2 of them were in color, the other ones were in black and white.
Exactly.
Nobody was a minority in that cast.
That's not at all where I was going. But thank you.
I don't know. A lot of them
Thank
are in
you.
black and white, so it could have been.
Oh, yeah, I guess they could have been. Is that guy? No, I can't tell from here. I can't see that far away.
Yeah, we don't need to. Oh man.
It's good stuff.
mix
Really
the
stuff.
mix the new batch.
Oh, yeah.
Your witch's brew.
My new recipe.
Why don't we talk about this? What's this?
This is candy.
Where'd you get the dish?
Kroger.
Oh, okay.
Food line.
It wasn't given to you.
Food line. Who just gives another man candy?
No,
and
the
that
dish.
isn't dressed up.
The dish.
That happens.
Where?
You
Where
don't
have you
want to
been?
know.
Where do you go?
It's
I'd
not
like to be
happened
given
me.
a $15 bag of candy for free.
It's not happened to me.
Not
Wait,
to her.
She doesn't possess the proper equipment. She can't be given candy as a man, you know.
I don't know what that. What?
She can be given candy as a woman, you know.
We're talking about candy
Right.
in this dish.
I bought that.
Where did you go? Where did you go? Whatever.
I hope all of that got picked up. That was a pleasant sound in my ears.
No, it didn't.
I won't be having any of that.
It's too much sugar.
There's stuff on the bottom. You can get a good bar. Mr. Good Bar.
What was your best Halloween? You remember?
I think I only remember one Halloween. That
Yeah.
I did. Oh, Scream.
You were Scream?
Yeah, the only reason I remember it is because of the smell of the Scream mask.
Oh yeah.
Oh, inside?
Inside of the Scream mask.
You're
I
contained
remember
with your
many
own breath.
masks smells. No.
No,
It's
no.
the smell of
It
like
is a
fresh
very-
plastic or rubber.
It's
Yeah.
but
It's
it's a
nice.
sweet smell.
Yeah.
Go to your nearest Spirit Halloween and pick up a Scream mask.
Try
and
on
you'll
all
never
of them.
forget it. You'll
Smell
never
it
forget
so hard. Oh yeah, you really won't forget it. I
think
know
I-
exactly what she's
I didn't have
talking
a
about.
Scream mask, but I had one like it had the black hood over the back, and then it had a pump, and you could pump blood down your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I went to Spirit Halloween the other week.
To be
Picked the
fair,
Scream mask up, smelled exactly the same as it did when I was 10.
they make the same materials every year. He doesn't have a sense of smell. He lost it due to COVID.
No, that's not. That's not true.
That's not true.
I never had it.
He was born without it.
I
No,
did.
I have about like quarter of my smelling capability.
You don't have
A
smell.
quarter.
ish.
Yeah,
Why?
he can only smell quarters.
I don't know.
It's unfortunate.
COVID
Metal.
gave you a
No.
quarter?
It's
No,
just been
he's-
my whole life.
He's never had COVID.
How do you know it's a quarter then? Like, how do you know what your 100%
Well,
is?
So
That's true.
I've had it open up like once or twice. Like what I would say to full capacity. I was like, wow, I can actually smell the environment.
You've been given artificial
Unless
smell.
something is like right in front of me, I can't smell it. But there was once or twice that I was
Excellent.
like
I'll remember that.
walking and just like opened up, and I was like, whoa, like I can smell around me. I'm missing a whole fifth sense.
I forgot
This
about
is
this.
insane.
Which
Is
one
this-
of your senses are heightened because of that?
His
I would
eyes.
say my eyesight.
He doesn't have glasses.
Oh, that's
I
true.
can see.
He's the
pretty
only
good.
seeing person here.
That is true. He's the only seeing person here.
I can see fairly well.
Ferally?
I can see feral.
I can see ferally well. I just realized when you prank, you often go for things that smell. You are an absolute jerk for doing that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You piece of garbage. He likes to do that. I'm gonna spray some skunk spray in the air, and then I'm gonna
That's
ruin
good.
It's a
everybody's
fart
day.
spray.
That's good.
Piece of garbage.
I've thought about doing that at our job.
Yes,
ventilation.
I have too.
Well, pro tip.
Don't now.
Kinda really hope nobody's watching this of any importance
There's-
whatsoever.
Many of us.
Well,
many of them are
If you
watching.
haven't noticed, the ventilation
Yes.
line up.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can just pop open this
Oh,
the
yeah.
shared ventilation.
that's right.
It would clear out the entire
I
space.
I think about that often.
But
Why
I
is that
might be
something you
labeled
think
as a
about?
terrorist because
Domestically.
it is bad.
You know, just a
Oh,
little
gosh.
spritz, you know.
The spritz
little
is
spritz here or there.
it's really it's like
Maybe put
it's
it on
like
a piece of
someone got a
paper
bottle
first.
It is
and
awful.
scooped it up out of raw sewage. Like that's what it smells. It doesn't
Put
smell like a fart. It
Put a
smells
little
like
bit of paper first, you know.
It is awful.
oh,
Stick
and
the
like
paper in there.
with
You know,
the
just
paper
waft it.
around.
It is one of the
Waft
worst
it
things
up
I've
into
smelled.
That's right.
Waft it up into the ventilation.
Tell her what you did.
I
Tell,
don't-
tell her what you did that none of us are proud
I
of.
feel like I'm gonna be proud. If it
I
actually
don't.
will
No,
be.
no, no. I don't think you would be
Hang on,
actually.
I'm gonna start then from the beginning before we get to the part where you're talking about. We went to Busch Gardens
Right. I was present,
and he was present.
as
He didn't
one
know
is.
about the spray. He goes into the bathroom. I'm like, perfect. I have the bottle of spray in my pocket, and I know how bad it is. I take it into the bathroom. He's standing at the urinal. There's multiple other people in the bathroom using it,
Many other men.
and
Probably five.
I
six.
just walked in. No one saw me. I sprayed it in the middle of the room behind everyone, and I turned around and walked out. I did 2 sprays. It's a pretty reasonably large bathroom. Would you agree? It's like
Probably 10, 12 stalls.
yeah. So I did
And
2
a lot
sprays,
of urinals.
and I went out. I walked back over to the rest of the group. I'm like, this is gonna be so funny. We all turn back around, and literally like not 5-10 seconds later, everyone rushes out of the men's bathroom.
I was
I'm
still
like,
in there.
oh my gosh,
I was
they're
being-
coming.
You stayed?
Yeah, I was like, gosh, somebody is dropping the worst load of their life right now. Someone's dying. I'm actively peeing. I can't stop the stream, zip up and leave.
If
I
it
have-
was that bad, you could pinch it off.
No, I can't. Like-
he comes out unprompted, comes walking up to the group, and he's like, it smells bad in there.
So
And I'm like trying to hold it in. So
I remember
I'm like,
thinking,
oh
and I think I'm pretty sure I said this. I was like, somebody in there is actually dying. Somebody in there is having the worst day of their life, and I feel bad for them. Is what I came
You
out
didn't feel
saying.
bad for you?
No, I felt bad
You
for
stood
them. I was
there.
like, no, because like, imagine if.
You
If-
ingested that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I ingested it hard.
someone else ingested it later.
I was thinking, if that is coming out of somebody, that means it's coming out of somebody. Like, I would hate to be that guy. If I'm sitting at a stall and I even start to smell slightly, I'm like, oh, shoot, this is embarrassing. But like, somebody produces something like that, that's sick.
It's
They need
bad.
to see somebody professional.
You think it's
Yeah.
bad until you like actually smell it. Like if anyone's interested that knows me wants to smell it for themselves, I will gladly bring it. It is worse
So
than I could
gladly.
ever try to describe.
He'll
in
gladly
words.
bring it.
I'll gladly bring it.
I mean, it's not okay. I'm trying to. It's not intolerable. No, it's intolerable, but it's like I didn't gag when I smelled it. I was like, this is unpleasant to a very large. Then again, I'm one of the probably the few people that has smelled a very rotting corpse before, and
You
that is
have?
that is by far worse.
What kind of
You have
Human,
human?
many humans.
what?
Explain.
Yeah, I could have swore I
Explain.
told you the story.
Now
No.
you've derailed. Go.
You've taken over
Take
the
us down the
conversation.
tracks.
So there I am, young man.
How young?
5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Oh my.
So 19, 20? 20. I was 20.
Oh, I thought you meant the
Song
year
at the young.
1920.
It was here.
I was a young
1920.
man in the year 1920s, and I had just gotten off the train, reaching the station. So I'm at a university, Western Carolina. Go,
No way. Oh,
Go
man, this is
Catamounts.
embarrassing.
go
Okay.
Catamounts. I
What?
wanted to say Catawba. That's Catawba College. Go
Catamounts?
Catamounts. Yeah, Catamounts. Look at that.
I don't know what a catamount
It's
is.
like a
Go-
mountain
go ahead
lion.
and continue with your story.
It's a kind of mountain lion. I don't think they actually exist anymore. Catamount. It's cat a mount. Anyway, I was a biology major in college, as one is, and then
It's just a cougar.
it's just a cougar. They lied to me. The last catamount. There's only one in Vermont. So I was a biology major, and I had the pleasure of being a part of a
Pleasure.
not elite, I guess elite, like research team for transfer students at Western Carolina University. It was for part of the program called the Learn program. I was lucky enough to get in it, and one of the things that the Learn program got us to do was like we were given like exclusive access to like different parts of the campus and things like that. Western Carolina University has one of the privileges of being, I think, one of maybe 3, 4 universities in all of the U.S.
Did I miss something?
You're right there, sport. Remember the first time I remember the time I had my first beer.
This is my first drink of water for the night.
That's hot water strong.
You've been drinking. You've been drinking water all night. What are you talking about?
Oh, I need to switch back. So good.
And
Anyways, catamounts.
it was Catamounts. It was one of the.
Prestigious club because you were rich.
I wasn't rich. I was smarter than my own good. And so they had this program for us. We were given the opportunity to be to go to one of the only body farms in the U.S. And it was at Western Carolina
Did you say
University.
body farm?
Body farms. Very cool concept.
What is a body farm?
I'm glad you asked, buddy boy.
Oh boy.
A body farm.
How do I not end up there also?
You don't volunteer. That's all you got to do. Just don't volunteer.
Easy.
Don't be an organ donor either.
I've already missed it.
I don't think organ donors go there unless your organs are viable. So don't get cancer and die, I guess. Sorry. So Western Carolina University, one of like 3, maybe 4 campuses in the U.S. that has a body farm within like walking
Sounds
distance
so
of
wrong
campus.
every time you say it.
So a body farm is at least the one at Western Carolina. It's a big boarded up area. You're not allowed to go in unless you have special permission, which we did. We were given tours of this place. People, before they die, they donate their bodies to science, and then after they die, they go to different things. And specifically for forensic scientists, they need to know about decay rate for human bodies under different conditions. So what they do at body farms is they take the people that have passed on and said, "Hey, I want to donate myself," and I don't think they're allowed to sell. It's like volunteer only. You don't get any compensation for it, except for you don't have to pay for a
dead.
funeral. Yeah. Uh, shoot, no coffin for these people.
Correct.
And so it was really sad when she was describing it, but it was really funny when we went to the body farm. I didn't know what to expect.
Funny?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. We went to the body farm. There was
Please
this
enlighten me.
like probably mid-30s blonde woman
This
who-
is even worse.
who was very like upbeat and bubbly and very nice and
Oh,
pleasant.
they were alive.
Yeah, she was alive.
Thank
She was the not curator. She was the attendant manager. I don't know what you would call it. She was one of the scientists that ran the farm, and she was responsible for the proper delivery of the bodies to the farm. So what they would do is like in the like Black Plague eras is what it reminded me of. Is they would get these bodies that had been donated off a van, and they would put these bodies in basically a wheelbarrow, and then
Bring out your dad.
yeah, she would load them up onto a wheelbarrow with either her or a helper, and then they would lug the body up this hill into the body farm, which was this big fenced off area. The fences were, I think, 20 feet high, 15 feet high, if I remember, wooden fences to keep out predators. And then because it was open air, it's on a mountainside,
No roof.
no roof, absolutely no roof, because you can't have a roof for a body farm because the whole point is to measure decay rate of human bodies that have been in open air conditions, because a lot of people, especially with like murders or like kidnappings and things, when somebody dies, they're left somewhere or they're buried somewhere, typically not indoors. They're like out in swamps, or they're out on mountainsides, or they're you know a few feet under the earth, things like that.
Yeah, but you're only doing it in one climate.
That's why there's
Like,
3
how
or
mu-
4. They exist in multiple different spots. So
Yeah, but like, how
Western,
many bodies are we talking about? Like, do you really need that many to figure out, like, okay, this is what it's gonna do?
oh yeah,
in this
because
climate.
How many
because-
different ages?
because there's different ages, typically older,
Races.
different ages. I don't know about races. I'm assuming there were a lot of them. You couldn't tell what
There were
race they were.
racist people.
You
there.
couldn't tell what race they were, to be honest.
Dead
Different
racist people.
genders,
Yeah.
different
Definitely.
different weights.
Oh yeah.
There were some thick people at the body
Well,
farm.
they were probably bloated.
Big.
Like,
Oh, they were. And so she would offload them, and then they would all be given like the classic like name tag, like the little number tags that they
on
have.
the toe.
Not the toe. It was like it's like a stick.
What book is that? You know what I'm talking about?
The
There's a
number on
book.
the toe.
There's a book
I
where
don't
you can
know.
just see a
CSI.
cadaver's foot, and
Ooh.
it's got
Zombie.
a number around his toe.
No.
We had to
I
read
don't
that
know.
in high school. Anyway, we'll
You
figure it
could
out
read it in
afterwards.
high
It's
school.
a really good book, and you guys need to read it.
I don't know that book.
Anyways, continue.
And so
It's important.
she would she would wheelbarrow these bodies up. They would be given like a little spot, and then they would offload the corpse onto the land. And North Carolina had a special quality in the mountainside because it was a good climate. It experienced every season, every year. So all times of the year, you got to see how bodies would decompose in all conditions.
They get new bodies each season.
I don't know about each season. I don't know how long they stay out. I don't remember that much detail. I'm sure you could look up Body Farm, Western Carolina University, and then these people would stay out for, I think, months at a time, weeks at a time at least, and they specifically were not touched. You would leave them out, you would not touch them, and you would let them be exposed. Whatever happened to them, happened to them. Whether that be predators got in, birds, whatnot, wasn't the job of the scientists to do anything about it because their whole point was to study without human interference. And I remember the lady that was talking to us, she was telling us a funny story that I was thinking at the time, this is sick. she
This is sick.
So they had 20-foot stiff.
Okay.
Oh, you need to read that.
She-
Mary Roach. I remember that name.
I don't know why. I thought he only had 4 toes at first.
That was a good, very good book.
Human cadavers.
They have stories. They so the fences were 20 foot tall, but they were wood-board fences, so there was nothing underneath them. Predators, as one knows, like to eat flesh. So predators that could dig would just dig under the fence. And
Oh.
so they found out one night because they have cameras set up all over the place to see what happens to the bodies overnight. They saw that I think it was a fox, or it might have been a cougar. I don't remember. It was some sort of creature along those lines. They had dug a small hole that they were able to crawl under and go through. And there was I remember she said it was an old woman cadaver that was laying there that was relatively fresh. And the fox cat thing of the night went over and had gnawed off the arm of this cadaver and had tried to drag it across, but the arm wouldn't fit under the gate. So it just gave up and ran out. And then they woke up the next morning and went to look at the body farm, and they're like, well, shoot, this cadaver's got a missing arm. Where did it go? And they find it drugged to this thing, and they checked the security camera to see what had happened to it, and they put it back. And
That is
Put
They-
it back where it goes.
yeah,
Back.
they put it back.
sewed it back.
Pretty
on.
sure they remember putting it back. No, they don't sew it back. And- But I remember it's a smell you
This
won't
is
forget.
screwed up.
Yeah, it's a smell you will never forget. We had to sign waivers because it was
How
like
old were you again?
20.
Well,
It's like if
Your
you
college went there.
yeah. 21?
Field trip.
No, 20.
You go walking around this freaking
No, this was
Body
not
farm?
this was not for regular people. This was
advanced.
we got an opportunity to do this. If you want to do it, sign this waiver. If you don't want to do it, we understand. You will see naked. Yes, by the way, I forgot to mention that. There are no clothes on these cadavers.
How decayed were
All-
the worst ones?
All amounts.
Okay. The
When
way
you
through.
when you say worst, do you mean to look at or like most advanced?
Most advanced.
Most advanced rates of decay was
Just bones.
basically liquid.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Oh,
weren't
this is
Laying
screwed up.
on the ground.
just laying on the ground, open air, just as if they had fallen asleep and never gotten back up.
Is
And-
that wrong?
No, because they volunteered for it at science.
I imagine.
You're okay with this?
I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, but like as a society, you think
They-
we should just.
They asked for this. They
But
said,
as a
I don't.
society,
They said specifically, I don't want a funeral. I want my body to go to science. I want someone to study me. Take the burden off my family from having to pay for a funeral, which was most of them, by the way. It's like, I don't want to bother with a funeral, so just stick me out in the air. And then they would just leave them out. Some of them on their waiver, because they got to decide for the most part what happened to their body. Some of them asked to be like, hey, when you put me out in the field, put my favorite piece of jewelry on me, or stick me out there with my favorite suit on, that kind of thing, which wasn't common. Well, I guess it wasn't uncommon, but it wasn't like a super common thing for them to do. The vast majority of them were naked. So there's a lot of naked men, women laying out in these fields. The most advanced that I can remember, I mean, it was mostly skeleton, but like the ones that were like the most bothersome to see, like being there that day, dead bodies don't really bother me anymore because it's like, oh, okay, this is what happens. This is what.
I've seen hundreds.
Yeah, well, dozens, because there was probably 30 dead bodies out in this field, and we went up to all of them to check them out, see what they were like. The smell was awful. The smell was probably the worst
So
thing
they don't
I've
give you
ever
like
smelled.
nose plugs.
No nose plugs. They're like,
Raw.
yeah, raw,
Wow.
Raw.
uncut, dead human.
Oh.
If it was okay, this is probably gonna look bad on me. I think if I remember correctly, they did say, hey, if you have a problem with smells, bring your own nose plugs. But I remember thinking it can't be that bad. I could do this, and so I did it, and I
That
mean,
was a bold move.
I remember thinking this is terrible. I mean, I
I
didn't.
should have brought a nose plug.
I've never
I-
brought something just in case before.
No, I didn't
Like,
own
you
any.
know.
I was a
Yeah, right?
college student. I couldn't afford those plugs.
Oh, please.
So I remember thinking to myself, wow, this is the worst thing I have ever
I should have
smelled
brought nose plugs.
by far.
I should have brought tissues to stuff up my nose.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like that bad. You got used to it after a while because you get nose blind. You're like, you know what? It's not
No.
that-
No, but I don't think you did.
Definitely not that.
I don't think anyone does that.
No, I didn't breathe deeply. It does sound kind of sick, but I did get like, can I get used to this? No, I can't get used to this.
Can I work here?
Could I
No.
work here? No.
No.
But yeah,
That's
there
not doing
was
it for
there
me.
was like 200-300 pound men, women that were very gelatinized, sitting there.
Even if the person
naked.
wants their body to be like that, I just think this is wrong. Like, we shouldn't have bodies just laying out on the ground, decaying like that in a fenced-in
Yeah.
area.
You might be able to look it up. Just
I
body
don't
farm.
want to.
How are we supposed to learn?
It's for
Where do you wanna
forensic
put 'em?
students.
Yeah, I know.
They just
but,
learn
like,
about
I'm
decay.
saying if we
No,
don't,
it's a-
if we don't do
it's
that, how are we
byproduct.
gonna learn?
Oh yeah, exactly. How are you
Who
gonna learn?
cares how they
You'd have to
decay?
find murder victims and say this has been around.
Find the murderer. You'll never know how long
Just
they
let them
die.
decay.
Just
Just let them die.
can't find the murderer. It's out of my hands.
It's none of our
okay.
business.
I mean, look at OJ. What? Were you the one that told me about the book?
I was the one that told
The
you about
the
book.
title? Yeah.
If I did it.
Yeah.
That's an
That's
awesome
funny.
story. Yeah, that's a pretty funny story.
Give her a brief synopsis and our viewers.
Brief.
Brief.
So everybody knows OJ published a book years ago that was called "If I Did It," which is basically, hey, I didn't kill Nicole Brown Simpson, and I can't remember the guy's name, something Goldberg, I think. I can't remember. Didn't kill them, but if I did, this is how I would have done it. And then,
What a G.
It's a baller move.
yeah,
It
Right
really
after-
is.
Maybe not baller, but bold move.
right after he got proven innocence of the crime, he released that book. I didn't know this, but found out that so the reason why he did that was there was a court case put against him by the family of Nicole Brown Simpson that was basically, hey, we recognize that the court found you innocent. However, we want to sue you for the financial obligations you have since you're indirectly responsible for her murder. If I remember correctly, is like how it's similarly worded. Basically, you owe us money because she died. Is what it boiled down to. Is what I remember seeing.
Civil
Yeah.
suit.
And so he was like, well, shoot, I'm basically a disgraced celebrity at this point. I'm not making any money, and I'm like about to go to prison, or I might go to prison or jail or whatever for other things that I'm doing. And so he decides this could be pretty controversial, but I could get a lot of money from it and give to the family. That would then ease my burden. So he writes the book, publishes the book. The public opinion says, no, idiot, that's effed up of you to do that. Why would you publish a book? And so they destroyed all 400,000 copies of the book. And so then the family of Nicole Brown Simpson says, well, shoot, we still need the money, for whatever reason, that he owes us from letting her die, I guess. So we'll publish the book, we'll republish it, but we're going to design the cover ourselves. And so they hired a book cover artist, I guess. I don't know what that title would be. And they released the book cover, the exact same book, but they changed the cover and it says, I did it in big letters on the front. It's very hard to miss. It just says, I did it. And there's a very small word in the upper left or the upper corner of the eye that says if. So it's technically if I did it, but they really wanted to stick it to him and make people think that he
so
did it.
published by the Goldman family.
Yeah. Goldman.
But yeah, you can see the if is
Yeah.
barely
it's very small.
visible.
So it's like, let's stick it to him. If I
I
did,
did.
or if I did it, Confessions of the Killer is what the name of the book is called. So
It's
they got
funny.
rights to that. That was their way of telling OJ to suck it.
That's funny.
And they still got their money, I guess. Sold well from what I remember. We still buy it. He's still around. He's out of prison now, right?
He's gotta be.
All right.
What are you doing?
So our guest made a list.
Oh god.
This-
Listen.
This
This
figured
is-
Listen,
we'd
this
refer to
list-
the list.
listen, boys
These
and
are our
girls.
fault.
Our guest really wanted to talk about having to poop in
She said,
traffic.
quote, these are my favorite things to talk about.
My favorite
I-
things to experience.
Experience. I just can't get enough of these things.
Like having to poop in traffic.
Does that not happen to you guys?
Do you like to hold it? No. I don't think that's
Well,
ever happened to me. I've had to.
You have a shorter drive, I think.
Oh, shoot. I
I
completely forgot that happened to me.
Also have short drive.
No, this
Is
happened.
yours? If you get stuck in
23 minutes.
traffic,
Oh, okay. No.
You're-
okay.
There's
Not
no way your
necessarily in-
drive is 23 minutes.
23 minutes.
How? Which way? Which? Are you going left or
Give
right?
away my
Yeah.
location.
Are you going left or right? I'll know what you mean. Are you going left or right? Left from going south to north?
so
From
west.
my location, slightly.
Okay, sorry, let me rephrase this. Do you
slightly
take the same
southwest?
Do you take roughly the same route that we take? Or that I
What do
take?
you
That I take.
Yeah.
The MMBT.
Shut up. No.
No, no one knows where you live.
She literally didn't want you to say that.
No. It's
No,
fine.
she didn't want to say where she lived.
Oh, I was trying to be-
MMBT, HRBT, Norfolk.
I do live in Norfolk.
We've said that we lived in Norfolk multiple times.
No, we didn't.
On this show, yes,
I
we
don't
have.
live in Norfolk. I live in Connecticut.
Sure.
New
live
Hampton.
from Connecticut.
Speaking to you live from Connecticut.
What?
I don't know
Where?
I don't know any towns in Connecticut.
Hartford.
Hartford. Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, Connecticut.
I live in Hartford, sure.
Beautiful town.
How do you spell it?
Hart.
HARTFORD.
Yes.
Continue.
My drive is short.
Hartford.
23 minutes
That doesn't make
without
sense.
traffic.
That's only 4 more minutes than me.
I
If I have no
Literally,
traffic.
I told you I live right down the road from here. You cross the bridge,
Her new
drive
place.
3 more minutes, and there's my house.
We should have more movie nights here. That'd be fun.
I live very close.
I already drive a significant distance to get
Probably
here.
like 7 minutes away.
What? No. Stop. It's already tight.
Stop.
Yeah,
23 minutes.
Yeah, 23
So how do
to
you-
24 minutes.
It's only 20
It
minutes.
is
How do you
entirely
get
my fault.
What's entirely
like
your
in the
fault?
morning specifically?
In
and
the
before
morning specifically,
before work?
I poop like clockwork. The second that I wake up, if I ingest anything, one simple drink of water because my
simple
mouth is
water.
dry. One simple sip of water if my mouth is dry. I take a caffeine pill in the morning. That'll do it. for
That's it.
sure.
Yeah, you're.
There's a stimulant.
I know you're prone to that.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, caffeine.
Or-
Caffeine makes you go.
yeah. Well, anything does. Or
Right.
if I on an empty stomach, literally anything. I'm not joking. Within 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
You
So
might-
I have to be careful because right, I want to take my caffeine.
condition.
Yeah. I want to take my caffeine and have enough time for it to kick in by the time I get to work. But if I do that and I don't have enough time to leave the house, I'm in
You're playing a
serious-
game.
Is that what?
serious trouble
Is that not what IBS is?
every day. No, it's not.
That's not
it's
IBS?
No, it's not irritable. It's just extremely predictable.
I have never.
Yeah, predictable is not.
I know it's gonna happen and when. And it's
I-
my fault. I could wake up earlier and have the caffeine slightly earlier, or my drink of water slightly earlier,
Well-
but I don't. I know it's gonna happen every day, and every day I'm shocked.
Every
Why
day.
is this happening?
Yeah,
God,
it's
why?
actually the worst.
Water's a stimulant.
Who?
Water.
On
Who
an
does it
empty
stimulate? You?
Everyone.
I've never been stimulated by water.
stomach? Me? Did you miss the story?
She is so stimulated by water.
Stimulate your
Stop drinking
senses.
that.
Oh shoot! gonna have to take a break soon.
If you soil my seats, so help me God.
What's the story you were talking about? Oh, go
Oh.
ahead. Oh, I thought you remembered.
I
Go ahead.
did.
Yeah.
I know the story. I was thinking twice about telling it because it's kind of embarrassing. Also, nobody's
too
heard
late.
this story from me.
It's too late.
It's like whole world.
So
There you go.
as all great stories do, it starts with the words prom night.
Have you told
my
us?
story.
No, I've never told you this story. I know because I'm embarrassed the crap by it.
All right, let's go.
so prom night. Yes, I went alone.
Aww.
Aw.
Insert.
I
Aww.
would have gone to prom with you, Alec.
Oh my gosh, Alec.
Liars.
Killer Bruce Stew's gonna call
Killer-
it.
Oh, you sad little boy.
Love Rain's girl.
I hope he does that.
Look at him.
Go ahead.
Shout out.
You went alone.
Yeah, I went to prom alone. Where
Rented a tux.
very nice. No, did not rent. I bought a very nice
You
tux.
bought?
Yeah, Goodwill.
That's insane.
Yeah.
No,
Goodwill.
never mind.
Then
Pay
you got a
attention.
suit.
Yeah,
Then you got a suit.
it was a tux. I wore a bow tie and I wore a black jacket. I wore a white shirt and I wore black
Tux
pants.
at the Goodwill.
Tux at Goodwill. I mean, it was not the same brands. It was a patchwork tux. Each piece was a different place. But yeah, there's pictures of it that I have that I can show you later. I look like a handsome young dapper fellow.
Okay.
I look significantly skinnier in my tux because I looked at it and I was like, what? Lost weight in that photo because I know I was heavier later on. Anyway, bright red bow tie, loved it, still have it. Wore it at my cousin's wedding. So the prom night was one of the first nights that I had driven like 30 minutes to get to somewhere, and then of course had to drive back. Prom night was relatively uneventful, as one is for somebody that goes alone. So I come back. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I had to get my car jumped off by a local.
Did you say jumped off?
Yeah, jumped off.
You like got your car jumped
Jumped off.
electrically?
Yeah,
John.
yeah,
It's just jumped.
yeah, jumped off.
Why are you saying jumped off?
I had to get it jumped off because I'm not gonna get jumped on.
It's not jumped off.
I had to get it jumped off.
This is so weird. You understand?
Don't say that about your car.
My car needed to get it jumped off. All right.
Does that sound weird to you too?
It got my car got jumped off so
Absolutely
hard.
terrible.
Okay. You're the weird one.
There's
He's
just
the
no
weird
way
one.
I'm the weird one every time.
Jumped off.
Toboggan. I had to get it jumped off today. Or today. Back in the day. This is my old car. Because little old me, idiot, left the light in the overhead on because I was nervous and I was reading through my lines, my script. No, I didn't have a script. I don't remember what I was doing. I just needed the light for some reason. I think I had like dinner before or something. I just bought like probably McDonald's. I was a big boy. And so I forgot to turn the light off in the car.
They have food at prom.
Sure. And so I forgot to turn
So
off
you
the
got McDonald's before.
I didn't say I was a small boy.
Goodness
I have said
gracious.
many times I was heavy.
Big boy.
Dadgummit. I was a
This guy
big
got
boy.
freaking McDonald's on the way to prom.
If I could tell you about my dietary habits when I was in high school, I would appall the majority of you. Heavily.
Heavily.
Half gallon of sweet tea a day.
Don't say that.
Why not? What's wrong with a half gallon?
Can't be
I
true.
used to drink a whole gallon of sweet tea a day.
She loves it.
Ask my wife.
Ask her.
The problem.
Recently,
Within the last 2 years,
half
do
a
you-
I guess
gallon
I'd make
every
a
day.
gallon of sweet tea every day.
She's still got teeth.
Over 2 cups of sugar in every single gallon too.
Holy crap!
I don't make it at
Excellent.
home anymore because I will do that.
Excellent.
Oh my
I
gosh!
just decided.
Do you
to
get
do-
sweet tea every time you go out to eat?
I wish I had a better metabolism.
Wow,
Yeah, it was.
that's a lot.
terrible.
She's a hummingbird. That's her nickname. Hummingbird.
I mean, a lot of
What?
people do that. A lot of people drink
Nickname
that much
for you?
sugar and just
Huh?
coffee and
No, your
Starbucks
nickname
and
is Hummingbird.
soda.
Your nickname for me is Hummingbird.
I've never heard the nickname
Same.
hummingbird. Explain.
It's because hummingbirds have to eat a ton,
So you went
and
alone
yet
to
they
prom.
still lose weight. What?
Went alone to prom.
Yeah, went alone to prom.
Battery died.
Ate a lot. Battery died. Got jumped off. Then I, then I left. My Google Maps was not working, or my Apple Maps was not working well because I didn't have service. I was poor.
How
So
far away for you? Like, how
It's
far
like a-
away was prom from your home?
it was like a 40-minute drive.
Oh my god.
Not
Yeah,
know your
it was
hometown.
pretty far away. It was not in my
Our
hometown.
prom was in our cafeteria.
Oh, free food.
The beginning of our prom was.
And so I make it home. Honestly, I don't remember why. I was not under any influence. I can promise you that. But I don't remember why at the moment. But excuse me, for some reason, I remember like 20 minutes away from my house. I was like, I have to pee very badly now. So I was like, no, worse. I was like, I can hold it. I can do this. I can do this. Dadgummit. I am the master of my own domain. And so I keep driving 15 minutes or 5 minutes past 15 minutes to go. I'm like, this is one of the worst experiences of my life that I've ever had. 5 more minutes go by. I've got 10 minutes left. I'm like,
Why didn't you just stop?
I can make it. I can make it.
Or
Because my
you-
GPS wasn't working. So I didn't even know if I would make it home.
Why?
Because it was 12 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the
What
morning.
would you can? what
And I
would
was
you-
like, I don't
How would
know.
that change if you stop for a second? Why just keep going?
Because in my head, if my GPS stopped working at all,
Driving home, gotta pee.
yeah, gotta pee driving home. About 10 minutes away, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna last this long. So I keep going. Like, you know what? Screw it. I can make it. I can do this. I am the master of my kingdom, whatever. I'm the captain of my soul, whatever that phrase is. And so I make it to my driveway finally. I don't know if you know about this. Well, I've never told you this. My driveway is like
Long.
very long, probably a quarter mile, maybe 2/5 of a mile. I literally
Goodness sake.
pull into the
Same.
driveway and I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot do this anymore. And so I jump out. By the way, backcountry roads. So there's like nobody coming, which is the only reason why I did this. The only reason why I did
I
this.
pulled over on the side of the road, not even in a driveway.
Oh, thank God I'm not the only one going to jail.
A lot of people do it.
so
See each other.
So I jump out. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And so I am actively like bursting down my door to my car, just unzipping as fast as I can. I'm belting. I'm trying to take off everything I can, and I don't make it in time.
Oh,
Yeah. I pee on everything. Not in my car, outside my car.
Thank God.
I'm like, this
you didn't get any of your pants open?
sucks.
It's just
I got the majority of the pants open. I was able to open, unzip, fold down roughly before it commenced. However, I did not properly align
Oh.
for discharging.
oh man.
That is wrong.
So I peed on my pants, I peed on my underwear, I peed on the grass, the gravel, peed on everything.
Well, you know, if
I was
your
like-
road is really that long, and I assume it had no lighting.
There was no lighting.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I had the
nothing.
same thing. My driveway was so long, it had a street name. Pecan
Really?
Farm Drive.
Pecan farm?
Pecan Farm Drive.
Pecan Farm Drive in Leggett, Texas. Yeah.
Wait, that was
of
the one in
places.
Texas?
That was my little brother's family's farm. And
That's
It
awesome.
was that long. You could have just gotten naked and walked home at that point.
That's
I don't mean to.
I would not walk home in the pea clothes.
just burn them.
Oh, I zipped them back up.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, had to.
you
oh
I'm not gonna be naked in my car. That's weird.
no.
it's your car at night
Well,
on a backcountry driveway.
driveway.
That's looking.
Well, it's only the front that's wet, so it's like the part that's sitting isn't touching anything. It's just I'm
Yeah,
soiled.
but then you have to sit in that.
Yeah, but
Satin
only
soaked.
for another 10
It
seconds,
doesn't matter.
15 seconds.
I'm not soaking in pee.
I've soaked in worse liquids for longer.
I
I
hope
don't
not.
think so.
I hope not.
What-
It's
What's
just
worse than human waste?
Sewage.
And then like
Well, I
their
guess that's
ACs
human waste.
on.
I guess that's human waste.
Oh, human waste.
Yeah, your air conditioning's blowing a little bit, so it's like
Oh no,
slowly getting colder.
no, that's worse. I didn't have AC. My last car specifically had no AC, so if anything, it was
Well,
warm.
no, that's good.
Also, it was springtime, so
You
like
don't want it to cool
everything
off.
was warm.
That's good.
Warm,
How long
hot,
was your prom?
humid. Huh?
How long was your prom?
How long? I don't remember exactly, but I think, if I'm not mistaken,
You
I
said
got
you
there.
like around midnight that you were driving.
Yeah,
home.
I got
Yeah,
home
that's
around 1 in the morning. If I remember right, was about the time that I made it home because it was on Friday, I think, Saturday, and I want to say I left at 7 to go to it. I was there for 4 or 5 hours, I think. That seems right to me. I've got pictures I can show
Did
you
it
later.
continue past that point? And you
Um,
left early?
I doubt it. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly how long people stayed there, but I do remember that at that time of my life, if I spent money on anything, which I did have to buy my ticket, I was very
Yeah,
anal.
I would assume so.
I was very anal and specific about. I'm paying $30 for this event. I'm showing up at the time it opens, and I'm staying until the time it shuts down. So I was probably there the full time.
Our prom lasted from like 6 or 7 p.m. until 5 a.m. There was
What?
only
Oh my
2
God.
points which you
What?
can leave. You can leave at midnight or you can leave at 5 a.m. to
Why?
make sure people were safe
didn't-
because we had police there and they were like
That's crazy.
making sure you were
How is
okay to drive home.
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. How is it more safe to leave at 6 in the morning when you've been up for over 12 hours?
Well, we
At-
had
at
something
a time.
similar. It was not at prom though, where like all the seniors. It was like towards the end of the year. I don't know. I never went to prom, but we stayed overnight and did like raffles, and we had a bounce house in the gym.
It was
and,
similar.
like we watched movies together. It was all kinds of crazy stuff all night long. And then we
Like
like
senior
brought
night?
sleeping back. Yeah, it was senior night
Yeah.
at the school, and we just like crashed all in the hallways, the cafeteria. The
That's pretty
gym,
cool.
Everything.
That
We
would've been
just hung
fun.
out all night long, and everyone had like a +1, so you could bring like if you were friends with a junior, you could bring a junior. Super cool.
What?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
We had
On like TVs, all
Yeah.
kinds of like college baskets and stuff.
like that was like our prom night. Like there was like a golf course down the road from our school and it had a castle restaurant. That's what we rented out.
What does that
because
mean? The restaurant was a castle, or it was called the castle
the
restaurant?
golf it's called Old Stonewall and it's a castle. Like not an actual like medieval castle, but it's like
Yeah, medieval didn't
built.
exist in the U.S.
It looks like a castle. It's a castle. It has a restaurant in it, and it's for the golf course. They have a pro shop and everything. You go inside. That's where you. Anyways, the school in Old Stonewall, like they gave us a discount. We rented it out for prom every year. That was our thing. That's where we kept going, and we would, like I said, from like 6 or 7 p.m. until 5 a.m. We had raffles, but the raffles like we did like casino style. So like you got 15 raffle tickets or 20 raffle tickets at the beginning of the night, and then you went and you played like cards with
Oh.
like parents volunteered to be like dealers. You play blackjack or whatever, you get more raffle
It's an
tickets.
interesting way to get a chauffeur.
Then you put your raffle tickets in, you get prizes or whatever throughout the night. There's different games. They brought out a buffet at midnight, and you voted. Like your class got to vote on what the buffet was every year.
What do you mean vote on?
Our
like,
vote-
like Chinese?
Our class
American.
voted for breakfast food, so they brought breakfast food out at midnight. It was really
I would be
cool.
so disappointed. if
I
they did
was too
breakfast food.
because the year before was wings and like pizza, which kind of made sense. Like that was awesome.
That's
food.
a lot better. Who
And then
eats
they voted
breakfast?
for breakfast food that
No.
our year, and I'm like,
You don't go to Waffle House.
I
in
mean,
the middle of the night.
we
Yeah,
do.
yeah. We
We do.
specifically do go to Waffle House at
Exactly.
midnight. However,
I think that's the idea.
if I'm paying, I'm assuming you paid $50 for a ticket, roughly, probably
more,
more $60, $70.
more.
Okay, yeah,
Probably
that's just
$80
stupid. More.
per ticket.
$80 a ticket, and I show up and I'm being served a continental breakfast that I could get from a hotel.
There was
for-
also
if it is
a
high
person-
school breakfast food, that's
No,
terrible.
no, it's
I
I
would
mean
be
it's good.
ticked.
It was made by the Old Stonewall
Okay.
like
Thank
restaurant.
God you didn't
They
bring
made
your
the
lunch,
food.
ladies.
It was very good
Okay,
food.
I don't want to be that guy with it. Like, how much
The
better could
desserts
eggs
were
made
really
by
good.
a restaurant be?
The desserts were really good. Wait, they had an actual dinner.
What's
like,
the
early
dessert?
on in the night.
Chocolate chip waffles.
There was dessert, then there was like cakes and desserts, and then at midnight they brought out the dessert buffet
What's
or
the dessert?
the breakfast buffet.
Breakfast dessert.
No, the dessert was just normal desserts like cookies, cakes, whatever. after the dinner.
That's stupid. No offense to you. That's stupid. Honestly,
It's amazing.
I don't even remember
And
what
there
they
was-
served.
There was a
At my
hypnotist that came every year. We had a hypnotist at like 4 a.m. when everyone's like very tired.
I
They
don't.
call volunteers out into the center of the
Oh
room,
my god.
That
like
doesn't.
15 people, and he
Dude.
would hypnotize and get like 5 people.
Do
every year.
not trust that
That's way
hypnotist.
better than ours.
Do not trust that hypnotist at all.
And he would make them like
Anyone willing to hypnotize an underage person against their will when they're at their most vulnerable, I don't trust them. That's weird.
Well, you have like 100 or like 200, 300 other people in the room watching you.
Yeah, but how many of you?
Hypnotize
How many of you actually care?
Freaking 10 people. Everyone's watching.
Yeah, but how many of you care?
Care what? What happens?
Yeah, care at all.
Oh, I don't know.
4
But
in the
everyone's
morning?
watching.
4 in the morning,
Everyone's watching.
she could smack you in the face right now.
This
I
was
wouldn't
probably
care.
the funnest part is watching the hypnotist make people dance to Bruno
What?
Mars and like act like they were Taylor Swift. He would make them believe that they were Taylor Swift or Bruno Mars or whatever, and they'd like parade around, and people were recording it. And then we'd show the person like afterwards, like, dude, look at you, and they're like,
look what you did.
I don't remember that, and then they'd be messed up for a couple of days. They're like, this is weird,
I can't believe he made me do that.
and they wouldn't talk to people for like days
I
after.
don't even like Taylor
People
Swift.
really didn't like going through it, but everyone else enjoyed watching.
I don't think I would ever willingly let a hypnotist hypnotize me or attempt to. I don't know if I can be. I'm assuming I can be. I don't know.
You can't.
I can't.
If you have any sort of like, I don't want to be hypnotized in your
Apprehension?
head,
Yeah,
you will not be hypnotized.
Good. Keep my guard up. I don't
You
trust them.
literally like are giving over,
Control.
yeah,
No.
control
Absolutely not.
while you're being hypnotized.
I'm the steerer of my own wheel. I'm not letting somebody take my
That's the steer of your wheel tonight, buddy.
No. This doesn't affect me nearly at all. At this point, it's just whipped cream. I'm
Mm.
not gonna let anybody ever take my gas pedal and brakes.
Yeah, until you go to a bar by yourself.
That's mine. I go to bars by myself sometimes. I don't drink heavily when I'm by myself. Ever. You've been to bars with me. You know how I get.
Have I?
Yes.
Maybe once or twice. But you don't even drink that much.
I know exactly.
I mean, at
You've
least the
seen
times
me.
I've been there.
Yeah, because I'm smart. Well, I have
That's not
common
smart.
sense. I have common sense. I'm not smart.
Yeah, you're not smart.
Yeah, I'm pretty stupid.
There's someone at work that doesn't have any common sense.
That's true.
Specifically 3.
3 common senses. They don't have 3
We have
common
only
senses.
3 left.
There's only 3 of the 6, 5. There's only 3 of the 5 common senses left between.
What are you
Between-
talking about?
You know the 5 senses:
Oh,
smell,
Okay.
taste, touch,
Oh my god.
hear,
sure.
feel. No, that's touch. What's
Want
the 5th
some?
one?
You've gotten derailed.
Some candy?
This is a problem. A lot of people don't
It's a
realize
prop.
it.
It's a prop. It's
It's
fake.
not actually. real
Don't
candy.
actually eat that. That'll kill you.
See this?
It's actually
That's-
poison. You're allergic to nuts. Don't eat that as almonds.
Almonds don't count as nuts. You can milk them.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
mammal.
Yep, good point.
I know. That's why I make it. Why would you make a point that's not good?
You can milk beetles.
Oh, I bet.
You can milk a beetle.
Look this up.
Most beetles are milk. What are you talking about? When did we look this up?
You were there
When?
looking up how to milk insects. It's actually the
I don't-
most protein-rich milk.
I don't think I
Oh
was.
yeah,
can
that's why
get-
some people just eat straight bugs.
Why wouldn't you just eat it?
Yeah,
What do
bugs
you-
are very high protein.
What do you milk it? How are you? There's no teat.
You basically puree this. There is a
Puree?
liquid,
Well,
like
yeah, all
a thing
pretty
inside
much
of
all
insects that you can
animals
get.
of any kind have a liquid inside them somewhere.
That's it.
Just like almonds.
That's not milk.
Why?
What do you mean? Why they don't produce? Like, you're not gonna see a beetle suckle the teat of
You
another
just
beetle.
said you can milk almonds.
Well, yeah, you can milk an almond.
Because almonds have
Why is that
teeth.
milk?
That's what makes it milk.
No, you don't do that to any almond.
You go up to a tree, you look under it, you make sure it's got the right equipment, and then you.
Okay.
You know the roots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look here.
Hey, have you ever heard of the soap plant of, like, I don't know, Bolivia? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You can
You've seen that?
shampoo your hair with it.
Yes. Look
That's
it up.
right.
That's a satisfying thing to watch. It's also
Oh,
very
the thing
It's
that like
also-
squeezes
oh,
out
yeah.
like
Yes.
soap or whatever.
yeah, the liquid that you
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's not how they do
Show
it.
me again. What was that?
Yeah.
I think it's called just the soap plant.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I've definitely
yeah.
seen that.
The
Yeah.
before.
That thing's just so
It looks like
weird.
a red pine cone.
It is so weird. It has all that liquid in it that you can just put in your hair for some
It's
reason.
slightly, yeah, it's kind of disturbing to watch.
I hate it.
How much comes out of it.
None of this is it, but
That
the very top
sucks.
things are definitely it.
That sucks. Ew.
Shampoo, ginger, rhizomes.
Ginger? You're putting ginger? There's no way that tastes like ginger.
Red ginger lily.
Do you eat it? Can you just bite it off the cone?
I wouldn't eat it.
If it soap,
I mean, it doesn't taste like soap, does it? It just tastes like cone.
You want to try?
Sure, let's get some on the show.
We'll order it. Have it here for the next episode.
If there's a viewer out there that wants to donate us a soap plant to eat from Bolivia or whatever, what country is it even from? What's
Is there
next?
anything you want to
What's on there?
specifically bring up?
What's on there?
I'll put poor pig.
Oh,
Alec.
Let Alec pick.
Alec.
Here, Alec.
Kapoor.
Let Alec pick.
Sorry, you have a great last name. It's nice to say,
potpourri.
especially when I can hear it
It's nice. To
Potpourri.
say.
like this. Or anything else that you think is slightly unhinged.
Potpourri. Cut it off.
Spoken Alex. That's not my real last name.
What's Alexis name that you came up with? What do you want to call her?
Lexi.
Did you guys do this to Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We did it exactly once.
Dirty.
Because she said
I've only had one person in my life call me that.
she said stop. I like the name.
Lexi?
I like the name Lexi. I've never known one like in the wild to go by Lexi, but it's an enjoyable name to say. You know, it's got a very hard like end. Lexi. Lexi.
Do you like Lexi?
No.
What about Allie?
No.
What about Allie? You don't like Allie either? I like names
Ale.
that end with a Y sound.
Ale.
Ew.
Yeah, Ale. What about Al?
The first 3 letters.
My nieces
Strong.
sometimes call me
Strong.
Al.
Strong.
That's a good strong
It's a
name.
strong name.
That's a
Broad back.
that's a handsome young woman.
What were we gonna pick from the list?
Either the worst things you've ever done to somebody or what was the second one? I forgot. What does the list say? There was one.
Oh, unnecessary purchases.
Unnecessary purchases. Yeah.
Oh, would. Alexis wanted to start.
Alexis. She loves trees.
What's the worst
The
thing you've ever
worst
done to
thing?
somebody?
Worst thing I've ever done.
Or unnecessary purchases. Either one, really.
I mean, I have plenty of unnecessary purchases, but like none of them are shocking.
Trying to think of mine while you're talking.
Not a great story. What the worst thing you've
Oh,
ever
so
done
you're
to
not
somebody?
gonna listen?
Both. No, I'm listening. I can do
Okay.
both. I've got one. I got 2 eyes.
Makes sense.
Worst things I've ever done to somebody. My church camp girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's gay.
it was
What happened?
very gay. We were together, I think. I'm not gonna give names. Poor girl probably still regrets this to this day. I
It's getting
think
deep.
we were like 15, maybe even 14.
That's young to be getting in a relationship.
Oh, you're telling me. It's a bad
A lot of
idea.
people got into relationships at that age.
I think that was my first 12, 13, maybe. 6th grade. 4 days.
It was
Irrelevant.
bad. Long
Irrelevant.
story short, it was on and off for like years. Ended
Years?
tragically. Yeah, years.
How old when it finally ended?
Probably like 17. I think we met when we were like 14.
Wow.
Done like for good. So 17, I think.
So
But,
what happened? Yeah.
It's tragic. Well, she was 100% convinced we were going to hell. So I was like, okay, we can't do this anymore. I was like, you're right. We are. We can't do this anymore. I immediately got with her best friend.
Oh,
That's messed up.
It was very messed up.
what did the best friend also go to that church camp?
No, best friend was not religious whatsoever.
Okay.
I think her family, like her whole entire family, is atheist. I think not religious whatsoever. But yeah, I immediately got with the best friend.
After the on and off for a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
So the relationship itself wasn't bad. It
No,
was just you
it was great.
afterwards.
Immediately to the best friend.
Like how
And I
immediate
did
though?
that best friend dirty too.
That's a very hard rebound.
How immediate? Like
Weeks.
weeks after.
Within a month?
Oh yeah.
Alexis.
Within.
No.
Definitely within. I
And
was
then-
young and ready to go.
Weren't you 17, 18?
Yeah, that's like prime time.
That's basically adult.
I was not definitely not 18.
Oh, well then I guess it's not basically adult.
It definitely was younger than 18.
Was it like a mutual breakup between you two?
Kind of. I really didn't want to, but she was very, very sad about the situation. So I was like, all right, well, if you're sad,
Was it like
I'm sad. So
was it
we'll be
like a
done.
rebound situation or did
Yeah.
you? So you like purposely kind
Yeah.
of did it? Okay.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, I did like the best friend, but it was a rebound situation entirely. It was awful. It was terrible. And then I did her dirty too.
Yeah. So
For
what
a
happened?
new girl.
I would be careful with the phrasing.
Did her dirty?
Yeah, did her dirty too is a it's a bit of an odd way to
There was
say
none
that.
of that.
None of that.
None of that.
None of that. I'll have none of that in this house.
No, I was not a very nice person. I also left that girl for another girl.
Casa Neva.
I mean, to be fair, I went from my girlfriend
No.
of a year and 3 months or 4 months
Oh,
to
no.
my wife within I think like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that worked out. This
It worked
clearly
out.
this clearly did not work out.
No, it did not work
Because
out.
we know that her current relationship has nothing to do with either of these two people.
That's true. You know, it was dirty, but it absolutely broke
Filthy,
their heart.
disgusting.
Well, when you said like you did someone like really dirty, I was like
it was awful.
expecting like murder or something.
No, never murdered anybody. Just like
No,
that's awful. Like,
still living
What are you looking at?
to the
can
best of my
Can
knowledge.
you imagine
No,
like your partner leaving you for your best friend?
You said on and off though.
And it was like only on and off because she kept being wildly convinced we were going to hell for what was going on. So it was like
she's straight now.
unofficially off.
You know-
She is straight.
Now
Yeah,
that you never had like any.
I think she's straight.
You never had any relationships like in this on and off period throughout the years.
No, it
Neither
wasn't.
side?
It was only off for like a couple weeks.
Okay.
And then so it wasn't like officially off.
Okay, yeah. So you guys were pretty
And then
much
we hit.
steady.
Me and the best friend hit it
Hit it.
entirely for a while.
This sounds like a Friends episode.
It was bad. I love Friends.
He specifically does not.
I love Friends.
He can't.
That's my comfort show.
He can't stand that show. You hate it. Say it. I
Without
know you-
getting into it, Seinfeld is like 100 times better to
Wow.
me than Friends.
I like Seinfeld. I like Friends. I like The Office. They're all great. What? I don't understand why you hate Friends though. It's such
Really,
a-
I hate the actors in Friends,
Oh gosh, Jennifer Aniston.
and they hate each other too.
No, they don't. They're good friends. That's
No,
why
they
it's
don't.
called that. Matt LeBlanc,
They're not. They hate each other.
Courtney Cox,
They have to fake it because everyone's
Matthew
like,
Perry,
"They're friends."
Matthew
David
Perry,
Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer.
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh man.
I said Jennifer Aniston.
Did you?
Yeah.
I must have missed that.
I don't know.
I love her.
Oh shoot, I cannot remember that guy. He's probably the second most famous one of them. With the mustache. He was Courtney Cox's boyfriend throughout most of the show.
Oh,
Thick mustache. Very well known for his thick mustache.
yeah. I don't know.
Crap,
his
I
name.
can't remember his name.
Hitler.
Whoa. Jeez. Bring it back, Germany. There he
I
goes.
can't remember his real name. I'm kind of disappointed in myself.
Not Ryan Reynolds. I don't know why that's coming
No,
to
not
mind.
at all Ryan.
Not Ryan Reynolds at all. I don't even know if he.
You
Like,
know who he's talking about though, right?
Yes, 100%.
yeah, she knows what. Like, he's very well known. He was. Was he Smokey and the Bandit? Look up Beautician and the Beast.
Right there. There you
Tom
go.
There,
Selleck?
Tom Selleck.
God,
Gosh, that
what's
sucks.
wrong with me?
That
Did you
really
just say that
sucks.
he was in Smokey and the Bandit?
If it wasn't him, I know it's another guy that's known for a thick mustache.
It's not Tom Selleck.
Who's the guy that's known for Smokey and the Bandit? Just type in Smokey and the Bandit. Don't forget the E. Hey, don't forget, you got to talk about your story too, because I cannot think of one.
Burt
Yeah.
Reynolds, that's it.
Burt
Yeah.
Reynolds. Tom
I
Selleck,
know
Burt
it wasn't
Reynolds,
Tom Selleck.
very similar people in my mind.
No, Burt Reynolds is awesome.
What's wrong with Tom Selleck?
I don't know. He's in Friends. I mean, that's already negative 100 points.
It
Whoa.
was
You ever seen
years
Beautician
ahead
and the
of its
Beast?
time.
Beautician and the Beast was an
in the
incredible
early
movie
2000s.
with Fran Drescher.
They're way too snarky of a group.
That's the point.
No, like as actor, like not as characters, as actors.
You
They
get
are not good
Jennifer
actors.
Aniston is snarky.
They're not good actors.
Jennifer Aniston is not good.
Jennifer Aniston's probably the best.
Yeah.
you
out
try
of all
getting
of them.
paid nearly, I think it's
Like significantly better than the rest of the cast.
$8 million an episode, and then
Lisa
not
Kudrow
develop snark. Lisa Kudrow, yes,
is incredible.
I forgot about her. I forgot her name.
I can't get past them. Like their snarkiness reflects in their acting, and I just can't.
Well, yeah,
see
they
past
started
it.
out as very young,
I hate
basically unknown actors and actresses that then got extremely popular and rich from a TV show that lasted many seasons.
I was 20 seasons.
it. It's like watching like
I mean,
the
I'm
people,
sorry.
the people
10
in a high
seasons.
school.
I just doubled it.
20
20 years.
20 seasons.
Like,
I meant
like-
to say like 20 years. It lasted.
They
10
got
seasons.
millions of dollars. Like, you try not developing
It's like
at
watching,
least a bit of
like
an
the
attitude.
popular crew in high school or the popular group like that think they're all that. It's like watching them at their like peak in high school. Like
Hey, one of them was
they are
a very large girl in high
stand
school.
them.
And one of them now is not doing so well. Sorry, Matthew Perry.
Hey, you wrote a book.
Well, you did get caught, like, doing unsavory things.
Unsavory.
What's the what's your worst? You said you had one.
I'm
You're next. I can't think of
Is
mine
that all
right
you
now.
had?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm grateful that that's like the worst thing. No, it was terrible what I did, but I'm so thankful that's the worst thing I've done.
Yeah, at least the worst thing wasn't like a hit and run or something.
Oh, I'd never incriminate myself on here.
No, I've definitely
You
never.
might as well.
I've never pointed a
This is
gun
the
at another
safest
person.
place for it.
Safest place. Safest place for it. Spill all the beans.
Put them out.
Go on.
It's the worst thing you've ever done.
Show me the
In
beans.
Minecraft, just add in Minecraft at the end of whatever you say.
Yeah, in
You're safe.
in Roblox, I one time
If I did it.
shot a man.
I do have something if you want me to go instead.
I would like you to go next because I'm still thinking, and I mean, I don't want to say I'm a good person. I'm not a good person, but I'm not like a great person. If I've done something to somebody, it was with purpose. Like
no,
I don't feel bad for it.
Mine
you know what I
wasn't
mean?
purposeful.
So I'm trying to think of something I've done to somebody that I legitimately felt bad for, and I'm struggling right now.
I've told a couple of the things to you that we used to do growing up, and with my friend group, but like we were bad. I'm just gonna preface it with that, and does not reflect on myself nowadays, but we used to go out, like we lived in rural area and everyone like knew each other or whatever. So there was this one girl that rode on our school bus. She was a bigger girl, and this probably isn't that pertinent to the story, but she had a large chest.
You're
and
trying to tick me off.
and
boy.
everyone
You best be careful.
and she was
what you say
very
next.
very sassy, and no one liked her on the bus because she would just like scream at people or whatever. So we came up with a nickname, Torpedo Tits.
Why? Of all the things.
So that's how
Torpedo.
everyone referred to her as on the bus.
You were going with that.
Sugar.
So that was her code name or whatever. Anyways, she
Kids
didn't
next
live
door.
that far down the hill from us, so we had woods that connected everyone's houses. So we just went down through the woods one night with airsoft guns, and
No.
we never hit her or anything, but we sat there. We knew her house. We knew. Well, we didn't know where she hung out, but we started taking shots across the street. We're hiding in the bushes at her window. Ting, 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 from a bunch of airsoft guns.
You didn't break her glass, did you?
No, but they're watching TV in the basement, and the lights are on. We see them in the basement, sort of lighting up their window.
They're watching TV in the basement.
Yeah,
That's
Well, remember basement.
It's like-
above ground.
that's weird.
It's like half cut out of the ground because it's on a hillside. The basement. Anyways, so we're hitting the window, and then she comes out and starts screaming, and her dad comes out, starts screaming into the woods. They they start running across the road to try to find us because it's kind of obvious when you see BBs go. Boom, boom.
You did all
Like
this
you
in
can see it
Minecraft?
tracing. Yeah, all in Minecraft. So they're chasing us through
All
the
in
woods, and then we
It's
go
a new
running
update.
off. Our house was
Version of
also
1.8.
right beside the Pennsylvania Turnpike. So there's cars going 70, 65 miles per hour down the turnpike. And it wasn't that far from the house we're talking about actually in question. Anyways, this one's probably the worst. But I'll say it anyways, whatever. In Minecraft, we would grab rocks and we would toss them onto the turnpike as cars were passing.
Oh my
The
And hit their
god.
windshields.
The occasional Minecraft pebble and cars.
Wham! Smack! Like cars come to a screaming halt. Not in traffic or anything, but at nighttime, a car comes flying down the road, and then they pull over, they stop, and they get out and they start screaming, chasing after us, and we, it's a thrill. We're kids. It's very thrilling, like getting chased by someone who's very upset
You break their
through the
windshields?
woods. I don't know, possibly in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Messed up.
That's some of the worst things. That's the stupid stuff we used to do to get,
So
to
it's
have
not,
fun.
it's not a one-time
Yeah,
thing.
we were bad as kids. I lived in
Her-
a trailer park in the middle of nowhere.
Hers was a
We
single
were
event.
bad.
Yours was habitual.
Yeah, see?
Really?
Very bad.
What
We used
the
to
heck?
prank call the police department,
Big man.
smoke
Big man upstairs.
my friend's mom's cigarettes behind trash cans.
Oh my gosh!
Run-
Not the cigarettes.
Run shirtless
On
down
Minecraft.
the street. All in Minecraft.
Not the
Shirtless.
Not the shirtless Minecraft cigarettes.
We were telling you, dude, this update is insane.
It's so realistic. It's like The Sims.
Yeah. My sim used to do that all the time.
The airsoft guns came up. The airsoft guns came up a lot. Like we'd just sit on the side of the road and hit cars as they're driving by on the back roads too. People just slam on their brakes, get out, and start chasing you through the woods, and we're like, it's pitch black out in the woods, so we're just like running away from these people that are like ready to rip us apart. These like grown men, like you sons of, like, chasing us. We just found
don't
it was
hurt people's
very,
cars.
it was very fun.
That's a bad idea.
What about you? You got one?
There's one event that comes to mind, but it's not like, I mean, I feel very bad about it, but I don't know if it's like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. It's the worst thing that I can think of that I've ever done.
Good.
But I don't know how bad you would consider it. So I was,
I don't know. Ours weren't that bad.
I know
it
of worse.
could get worse.
I was probably late elementary school, if I can remember, 4th, 5th grade. That feels like a right age for me. for this time period. And so I went to, pageants for my older siblings, as one does. My older sister, I guess, their pageants don't exist for boys where I came from. So, so my older sister had a pageant that we went to. She was very well known in the pageant world nearby.
Your sister?
Yeah, because she was a repeat or pageanteer. I don't know. She did a lot of pageants growing up. It was like a very common thing for her to be involved with in our household growing up.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So my mom also big pageant person, won many awards as well as my sister.
Was she like the stereotypical pageant mom that you see on
Honestly,
TV?
I don't remember. I've also
Dollars and tiaras.
dollars and
Not a
tiaras,
sponsor.
tiaras. Not a sponsor ever. Screw you. Bobo. What's her name? BB.
Boba tea.
Boba T. What's her name?
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
that's
just
her
said Boba tea.
Why do you know that? It's incredible. What I can't remember. BB.
I was like,
Not
you
a
rattled that
sponsor.
off so fast.
What is her name? I can
Boba Fett.
the very popular Mama
Oh,
June and the girl.
Oh, Honey Boo Boo.
Honey
Boo
Boo
Boo.
Boo.
Oh, I know that one.
Not BB.
Honey
Boo
Boo
Boo.
Boo.
Yeah, Honey Boo Boo.
She's not a little girl anymore.
Yeah, screw you.
She's an
Anyway,
adult.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
honestly,
I don't have any feelings about Honey or her boo boos.
you should not be promoting that kind of lifestyle
Anyway,
ever.
no, I don't think we did it at that young, if I remember right. My sister was like a middle school and older pageanter, whatever,
Pageanteer.
pageanteer.
That might actually be correct.
She wrote the 7 C's of the pageants. So she would do many pageants over the years and developed a reputation for like being like one of the not one of the best, but like high caliber in our small town or small local area. And my mom was also big in the pageant industry. Did many over the years and won high awards for it. Um, and then I don't know if it was her senior year or if it was her junior year, but she was in high school. I was roughly in elementary school because we're about 6 years apart. 6.5, 7 years apart.
Pageanter.
Pageanter. Excuse me. And there was a year where she was doing, I think it was one of her last pageants that we knew she was doing. And so I'm sitting in the audience. And yes, I'm in like 4th, 5th grade, so I'm incredibly bored. I'm like, why am I here? This sucks. Sorry.
It'd be
I-
fun for
I
the
am.
person and
Yeah,
the people involved, but
yeah, and
I
I
can see
was-
not fun for
Yeah,
you.
I was supposed to be
Or a little
there
boy.
to support my sister, support her friends, what have you.
Right.
Who I didn't know the names of any of them because I had never met any of them formally. And so I'm walking around, really not paying attention, minding my own business, doing my own thing. Yes, stealing candy bars from the vending machine. And so, as one does, I'm able to get. I can do that maneuver I saw on SpongeBob. And
What?
I did it the one time, and I won't do it again. I promise. I haven't done it since. And so,
Is that it?
huh?
That's the bad thing.
No.
Okay.
Right? Oh, thank God. so
So happy you got that off your
so
chest.
so I'm still walking around, and I'm like, wow, this is so boring. I bet outside would be better. And so I went outside. Nobody knew where I was at, and I'm walking around, and I'm just basically just hanging out in these bushes that I found, minding my own business. Probably hours pass by of me just wandering around late at night. It's pitch black outside. Just doing my own thing. I'm outside the doors, so I'm like not too far away from the school. Cause the pageant took place at a elementary school, by the way. I don't know why I just did. And then finally after a few hours pass, I'm like, I guess it's time to go in. Hopefully this thing's almost over. I go inside. I get my butt chewed out. First of all, I've been gone for like 3 hours. Second of all, apparently I had a job that I did not remember due to attention problems at the time.
Oh,
Apparently, it was my responsibility to present the. I can't remember if she was the winner or not, but basically my sister at the time, or well, my sister, who at the time was one of the winners or one of the top people in the pageant, with a bouquet of flowers and like I don't know, maybe a plaque or something like a trophy to say like, "Congrats, you know, I'm your little brother.
you
This is
suck.
a special family moment." And I did not know about this. I don't know if I was even told, but I didn't know, didn't remember. Neglected my duties as a brother and as a close relative to do this. And when I found out, I felt bad. I still feel bad years later because I was supposed to be presenting this award to my big sister, my only sister, and yeah, I missed out. So my sister was crying, my mom was crying, and
Oh, she was upset.
yeah,
You
it was
weren't there.
it was a big deal.
She won
and
the pageant, or
yeah,
she won.
yeah, she did great. Good job. And so so I was like, yeah, I feel like absolute garbage because I just, just this little kid that didn't know better, and I should have, you know, literally done my one job, which was stay in your seat, don't get up, don't move, just suffer through it. It's
How
not
long
your
did it
night.
last? You said you were gone
The
for 3
pageant?
hours.
I mean, was it 3 hours? I honestly don't know. But to a kid, everything feels like 3 hours. So I honestly couldn't tell you. But I was gone for a pretty long time.
Were you gone longer than the pageant lasted?
Yeah,
Or
I
did you
came
show up
back
at
and
the end?
I came back and they were finishing up.
Oh, okay.
They were like cleaning and whatnot. Like it was
Dang,
it was
that's
done.
long.
Yeah, I was gone. I was like, I'm gonna go make my own
Yeah, but the
entertainment.
pageant, that's long.
This isn't my problem. I'm gonna go figure out my own situation. Try to make my own entertainment.
That's a long time to sit there.
Yeah, and I messed up. It was bad. I feel like a piece of garbage.
Musicals aren't even that long.
It was a pageant. You know, everybody's got to come out, talk, and there's many events, and you got to show your talents. And I don't think they had a swimsuit category. They're probably in middle school, high school. Um, but show their talents, show their different costumes that they wore, their dresses, whatnot, give their speeches. There's a lot of stuff to do. Tiara. Present them with their tiara. That's what I did, not a plaque. And it was sad. Sad times. I feel really bad about that.
They gotta plan better than that. They can't just have the people that are presenting these people with their awards sitting in the bleachers or chairs or whatever it is
Hours.
for 3 hours. A 9 or 10-year-old.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
And be like,
That's
where is he?
planning for failure.
Where'd
No
he
one,
go?
no one was watching.
To be fair,
They
I
need
was also a
events.
small child that ran off.
Yeah.
They need events.
I really should
Put
have
you all in
stayed in
one
place.
place.
I remember this day very well, and I feel like garbage for doing it.
Put you all in one place to play together, entertained.
Yeah,
Get you
9-year-olds
as
are.
needed.
I think I was the only one that was a child doing this.
Very poor planning.
Our high school, like, we didn't have girls' pageants, but we had a men's pageant.
Oh,
It
did they
was-
dress up as women.
Really?
It was
We didn't do
no,
What?
not dressed up as
Oh,
women.
what?
That's
Never
interesting.
that.
We
That's a
no,
little
we
different.
we called it Mr. Well, one it was for the
Mr.
school, so
Perfect,
Mr.
Mr.
Riverside,
Nobody.
and then if you won Mr. Riverside, you represented the school, and the county one. It was Mr. Beaver County,
Mr. Beaverside.
and then you'd go high.
Oh God.
So it was like it was all the normal like categories, but like it was mock, you know. So like we acted really stupid, and we did like stupid things throughout it, like the swimsuit portion. Like we were trying to out dumb each other and like out make it weird or whatever. So like for the swimsuit category, as an example, like you know those like furniture movers that like
The little dot.
that you would have for stage crew, like to move sets out. It
Like
was
the li-
basically just a square with 4 wheels under it.
Oh.
A piece of wood. The
Oh
fours.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like as an
Like kind of
example,
like
I
the
laid
skateboards
down
that they
on
use
it.
under cars.
As an example, I laid down on it in my swimsuit, and then like I had someone push me from off stage, and I swam across the stage for the swimsuit portion.
This was a bad thing you did.
No. I
Oh.
was just talking about pageants, and it was like we had a men's pageant, and it was a lot of fun. We did it for 2 years,
I
like
didn't
me and my
participate
group
in
of friends.
pageants.
We did that at homecoming.
Oh,
Homecoming night
A pageant at homecoming.
Yeah, well, we didn't have football, so our homecoming game was a basketball game.
Oh, okay.
You didn't have football,
That makes
period?
sense.
No,
That's
no football,
strange.
no track. We ran track, but we had to go to a different
Is this Texas or
Town.
Louisiana?
Texas.
That
What?
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Texas.
What
Mine
happened to your
Massive in
football
class
team?
sports.
size was like 53 people at its biggest.
Really?
That leaves 24
Wow.
that you can recruit for a football team.
You say you're only how long away from Dallas?
Well,
30
I was only
minutes.
there for not that one. We moved back to Louisiana after that, and then back to Texas to Onalaska.
Oh, you moved back
Onalaska, Texas.
to Texas?
Yeah, I
Oh my
went
gosh.
like from 4th grade on. We were like pretty much permanently in Texas till I graduated.
And you were how far
And
away
then
from Dallas?
moved back to Louisiana the minute I graduated.
How many minute drive?
From Onalaska,
Yeah.
many hours. Onalaska's
From
like an
Dallas?
hour. Yeah, Onalaska is like an hour and a half north of Houston.
Oh, okay.
Little Elm.
Oh,
the
so
original
why
place
wouldn't
we
you
lived in
say you
Texas.
were close to Houston then if you were 3.5
Because
hours?
our
from-
first place was closer.
Originally, the first time we moved to Texas,
Yeah.
we moved right outside of Dallas. Moved back to Louisiana,
So
and
this
then
was
back to Texas, but to a different location.
so this was the school that was close to Houston. Well, an hour and a half from Houston.
Yeah, that's the closest major city everybody knows. So, yeah, like
That's small.
graduating
I
class,
can't imagine,
53. 7th grade through 12th grade, same exact building. Kindergarten or pre-K maybe through 6th grade, same exact building. Just 2 schools.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Population's not very. I think the town's like maybe 5 miles wide.
No
Oh
football,
yeah,
no
that's
track.
the town I went to. It
Max.
was about 5 miles, 5 square miles.
Cross country though, you can run anywhere. So
That's
Yeah,
true.
No
we-
problem
we
there.
had lots of
Across the country.
We
Yeah.
did do track, but we either trained in a mowed down
field.
field
Nice.
that resembled a track,
Excellent.
or we ran around the baseball field, like the outer part of the baseball field, while the guys were practicing for baseball.
Good.
Or we would
Make
go
do.
to the town next to us on a bus and train.
Make it work.
That's all we got.
That's all you need. Field.
But yeah, after homecoming, we would do that guys pageant where guys would dress up as women and do a whole pageant, put it on
Did you
for the
say?
whole school.
Or did you watch?
Oh yeah,
Was it
it
funny?
looked absolutely ridiculous.
We had powder puff. That's the closest thing I can think
Oh
of.
yeah, we had powder puff too.
Do you know what powder
Did
puff
you?
is?
I've heard of it.
It's like, oh, that's around homecoming, right?
I don't remember. I just
think it
remember
was
it
always around
happening.
homecoming.
I don't know when it was.
It's like the guys dressed up as cheerleaders, the football team dressed up as cheerleaders, and the cheerleaders.
Dressed up as players.
Well, I didn't think it have to be cheerleaders specifically. It could
I
be
think
any girl.
I think it. Well, at least for us, I'm pretty sure it was just the cheerleaders swapped roles with the football players.
I don't think we had
and then
enough
they just-
cheerleaders, so that's why they
They
pulled.
just did their
people.
jobs or their normal, events.
And they
Or
play
just
football.
put on booty shorts like
Yeah.
Daisy Dukes and some cowgirl boots and wigs and stuff their shirts with fake boobies.
Yeah, they would wear traffic cones on their chest.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they did that in King of the Hill. Not a sponsor. I would gladly sponsor King of the Hill. I love
Don't.
that show.
Don't sponsor Hills.
But yeah,
Hey.
they did Powder Puff and King of the Hill.
The Hills have eyes.
It must be. I don't know. It's pretty popular. Powder Puff.
Who?
Powder Puff.
The girls.
Must be across the country.
Yeah, there's a whole show about them. There's 3 of them.
What are their names? Buttercup.
Blossom, Buttercup, Bubbles. Blossom, Bubbles, Buttercup.
You ever see the? Yeah, mine's stuck too. It fell off.
Oh no.
Ever seen the what? Finish your sentence.
The meme.
What meme?
It's a screenshot from the show, but it's the mom, and she has sweatpants on, and it says
Was there a mom in
"Daddy's
that show?
toy" or whatever.
I don't think there wasn't
On
a
the
mom
butt.
in that show, was there?
I thought there was just the
Daddy's
weird,
trophy.
creepy.
Are you
Creepy
talking about?
ruler.
That sounds like Cow and Chicken.
No.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Cow and Chicken? There was no.
I remember like the weird, creepy grown man. I think was their dad.
Professor.
Professor something.
I think they just called him the Professor. Or
Yeah, but
Professor.
it's super weird.
Oh, Dexter.
It was Dexter.
Yeah,
My
I was like,
mistake.
that doesn't sound like a Powerpuff
Oh,
Girls
yeah.
thing.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
That's a
You never
beautiful.
would have picked it up as a kid.
That's a
but
beautiful woman. That's not the mom.
parents.
That
just-
is not the mom.
Oh.
That's some other character.
Oh.
The
yeah, you're
mom's
right.
not blonde. The mom has red hair.
Who is that?
She wears green pants, not
Was there
whatever you call it, purple, lavender, whatever you call that.
was there a thing that was there something going on there?
What's
Was the dad in
Is there something going on there? Who was that? It's probably one of Dexter's classmates. Actually, that was probably
Is that one of Dexter's classmates?
that's
His
probably
dad's
Dexter's
trophy?
classmate's mom. No, Dexter's classmate's mom probably had that. Neighbor lady.
It's
There
just
it
a
is.
neighbor.
Neighbor lady.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What kind
That
of
is
neighbor?
a terrible show.
So
That is awful.
stupid. But you would see that nowadays. People would wear that definitely.
Oh yeah.
What Dodge trophy?
Yeah, that's trophy.
I'll wear it. That's gonna be my Halloween costume.
That's my Halloween costume. The neighbor lady from Dexter.
Neighbor lady. Good old neighbor lady.
Word. You want to wrap it up?
No.
She said, "Yeah."
We need to.
We have to listen to the host
He's got a long drive.
What?
or the guest.
We have to li-
Not the host.
We have to listen to the
Listen to
host.
the host.
We have to
by
listen to the
way,
host.
You've been
By
fired.
golly.
You've been fired. You've been promoted.
Easy there, partner. Easy.
Growling at me.
Well.
Mm.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I had a
Alexis.
fantastic time. Alex,
Excellent.
Thanks for the
Wonderful.
drinks.
Of course.
Oh, beautiful mixed drinks.
Beautiful drinks.
Beautiful.
If you don't come for the conversation, you should
You
at least
stay for
come
the
for the drinks.
drinks. If you
Come
don't
for the
come
conversation, stay for the drinks.
Ah, yeah,
Right.
there. That should be our
That's a
motto.
good. That's a good
Yeah.
tagline.
Maybe we'll draft up something. See where it goes. Tune in next week.
Don't touch the candy.
Don't touch the candy.
Don't touch the candy.
Videos every Monday.
Videos every Monday.
Sponsored by
Mr.
Mr. Goodbar.
No, that's not a sponsor. Hershey. If you'd like to be, if Hirsch himself would like to sponsor our he's, if you know what I'm saying.
That's right. That would be Mr. Goodbar.
Mr. Reese.
Here she is.
Do I have any? That's it. That's all I got. Reese. There.
You're gonna have to cut this all out.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be cut. It
Gosh darn
it will be cut out. Yes, I say.
it. He did it again. Have a good week.
See y'all
We'll
next
see
year.
you next year.
All right, guys, that was the show for today.
See you next Monday.
See you next Monday. New episodes released every Monday. If you like what we have, then I guess comment, like, subscribe, share.
And
Talk
Crap.
about it.
We have never said share
what we
before.
talked about last week.
Sure,
Hit
share.
that bell.
Click the what now?
Click the notification bell.
I still
The
don't
bell.
understand where that is, but if you can find it, by all means, dadgummit, press it.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you next week.